Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hunk. No news right now for the Titans, and you never know what could happen in the next 5 minutes. But what we do know is that the Colts have said that Jonathan Taylor is going to be back on Wednesday. And in fact, the Colts had a press conference yesterday, and in that presser even said that there is a possibility that Jonathan Taylor suits up on Sunday and takes on the Titans. Now, you also have MLB playoffs going on right now. Matter of fact, the first game is on. But pay attention tonight, 6 p.m. Brewers are hosting the Diamondbacks. The winner of that will take on the Braves in the NLDS. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Welcome to 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Hope you're having a great Tuesday. Man, we got a lot of football to discuss. Jonathan Taylor could go this week.
Could he?
That's what they're saying. You believe that? It's been out there for a minute.
I don't believe too much of what coaches say anymore because I think it's all they playing chess.
Yeah.
You saw what Zach Taylor talked about with Joe Burrow. He's good and ready to go. That man could barely move. He moved like I did before the stem cell therapy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He moved like Unc down the street.
You feel me?
I mean,
they ball the same way. Talking about Saquon Barkley. Like he practiced, he may get a chance. Man, that man ain't playing. Kenny Pickett, Mike Tomlin saying the same thing. Like he may be able to go. I don't believe in nothing coaches say no more unless Coach Mack stamps it.
That's right.
If I don't hear from Coach Mack, I don't want to hear nothing no more.
I know one thing that's happening. Ron Slay is in the building.
I'm in the building.
You ready to roll?
Ready to Rizzo, baby.
What baseball game are we paying attention to tonight at 6?
Diamondbacks and Brewers.
Why?
Two reasons. First one, obviously Brewers, Nashville Sounds affiliate. The other reason is because the winner of that will take on the Braves in the NLDS.
Hey, Hunk, did you know? I know that there are a lot of Braves fans in this market, but did you know that, like, the entire city is not, like, just waiting for whoever's going to play the Braves?
Well, I will tell you that did talk about Cincinnati for 2 weeks until they decided to suck. And they decided that they didn't want to make any pitching.
I guess it's just how you put it. Like, hey, we all need to pay attention tonight at 6. I'm like, do we?
Because the area is made up of Cardinals fans, Reds fans, Brewers fans, and Braves fans.
Yes, but, that's how it used to be. Now, like, 1 billion people have moved into the market, and they're fans of everyone. So I get pay attention because, it matters who the Braves are going to play. But, I'm looking at the Toronto game because I'm an Astros fan. But
yeah.
What about the Parsley? I'm looking at the games, too.
How'd the parlay go last night with the double dip and the same game parlay? Boom!
Bang!
What?
Plow!
I hit!
Bop! Bluey!
What are you wasn't, Babsy? You should have been rolling with us.
I guess.
You gonna keep on losing out on this money.
This is going to be a hell of a show. The first word she says on the show is, what? Here we go. Babsy is here.
Let's go.
What are you up to?
What up, Babsy? She's had a Shiano show over there.
Like Baby Babs.
What a mess.
What a mess.
What happened with Baby Babs? Do we need to talk about it or not?
No, we're not talking about it.
We're moving on.
We're moving on because she's going back to school tomorrow.
I will say this, that we were over there.
Let's just say she's not in school.
We were over there Sunday night, and Baby Babs is a big fan of Brent and Slay.
Yes,
huge.
And that's how she calls us. Like Brent and Slay.
Yeah.
There's no more Mr. Brent.
You're not Mr. Brent anymore. Where did that go?
We're friends. We're
done.
We're boys.
Road dogs now, man.
Yeah, whatever we are.
I mean, full-on conversations with these two.
Yeah.
Like, mom and dad do not exist.
No.
I just want to talk to Brent and Slay.
Before Slay got there, she just sat down next to me and started reading Elsa to me and Minnie Mouse.
Yeah.
I mean, all over the place.
You were very enlightened on toddler.
She had been to the
books.
pumpkin farm or whatever, and so she had little pumpkins.
I told you all about that.
She's something, man. Big
She got
personality,
personality,
this kid.
that's for sure. How?
Yep.
What's the happy medium?
Well,
How
and
do you keep it in check,
Don't.
but still let it flourish?
Yeah, and at one point, like, I said something to her, and she totally blew me off. And I was like, well, there's her mom.
Rolled her eyes at you and
Yes.
everything. I mean,
Like, she had no interest in whatever I was talking about. Like, can we move on?
moving on.
Yeah. All right, big show. We got a lot of football to get to. Do you guys believe that Jonathan Taylor could play or will play on Sunday?
No,
I'm with Babsy.
I don't.
The one pause I have with the whole thing is, like, running back is a position maybe you could do that, but, like,
But is it?
I don't see. He's coming off injury, and, like, you got to ramp that up, don't you?
Yeah.
I think so.
So you think they're just throwing that out there to make the Titans prep for it?
They
Yes.
claim he is good to go physically, though. That's the claim.
They say he's been good to go physically. They just want to see if he's in football shape.
Well,
Man,
that's
Which he's
that's
not.
the big.
Yeah.
Thank you, Hunk. That's the big question, right?
Because you can't be.
That's
You
the
can't be
question.
in football shape if you're not playing football.
That's the question with MPF too, right?
It's just
Yeah,
common
he ain't gonna be ready
sense.
either. And the good thing is he has a little bit of wiggle room because this O-line looked better, especially at that position.
Ugh,
That position.
okay.
Really, they look better everywhere except for one position.
And you know what?
They really did look better.
So I asked Savage too, though.
Okay, what did Savage have to say?
I asked him.
This is Ramon Foster, by the way, for new listeners. He's
Thank you,
on in the
Babs.
morning. He's on the sideline for Titans Radio this
right.
year. And he is a decade-long offensive lineman for the Steelers. So when we say we asked Ramon, it's, hey, we went to the guru
Yeah.
who
Yeah.
sees everything and was there in person to
Right.
see it all from
Right.
field level,
Right.
which means he knows what he sees.
It's not like we just walked before the show over to the Electric Jane and asked the first person we
Right,
saw. What did
yeah.
you think about the offensive line?
Yeah, what's your name, Savage?
Yeah. Are you
Yeah, but for a
savage?
different
All
reason.
right. So he said what?
I asked when I was asking about Hubbard, has he ever played left tackle?
Right.
He responded, yes. Hub did play left tackle. I'm trying to get the exact right. I want to say he started some at left tackle. So before I put words in his mouth, let me get it all the way right.
Weekday morning, 6 to 10 on 104.5
I was going to say, you would have thought he already would have been ready to get it all right.
No, I was just. And yes, Hub can and has played left tackle too. So to answer our question leading at the end of the show yesterday, can MPF come back in and play that right tackle spot and move Hubbard to the left? Boom, there go.
And
To
to
the
add
left,
to
to the
yes,
left.
you can.
And add to
Yes, you
Ramon's resume with Hubbard, he was also his teammate for a while.
Yeah,
so
he was
that's
the big
another
dog.
reason why he
Hub
knows
was a
him
little
so
dog.
well.
That kind of helps.
Yeah, so and that's
Talk
that's
about
why I asked-
knowing.
Yeah, so there you go.
So what do you
Insight?
think? So what do you think Petit Frere needs time-wise then?
Reps.
I know, but a week, 2 weeks,
how long?
3 weeks?
Yeah, that's. Ooh.
until he
there's-
can step back in. Or
There's no way he starts this week.
no,
right?
there's no way.
But
No.
maybe if they can find some reps for him.
I don't even know if you see him this week, honestly. I don't think you see
Maybe
him
you
this
don't.
week.
Yeah.
I would love to see another performance like we just saw against the Bengals and him get in there and get them reps. Like, if that can happen, even if you're up 14, you ain't got to be up 24. But if you can get some wiggle room in the fourth quarter, about 6-7 minutes left, and you know you got the game at hand, let's roll. He's definitely on special teams for me, though. He on special teams, field goal.
Oh, I was going to say.
I'm like, what kind of special teams you want that big boy to run?
He's running 50 yards down the field.
Yeah.
That'll get him in shape.
Field goal, yeah.
Hey, folk.
Here's your punishment.
Yeah.
We
Here's
really-
your conditioning.
Hey,
bud.
folk, we really need this touchback right here.
Yeah.
Let's let dude fly down the field.
But yeah, that's what I think.
You can, excuse me, I'm choked up. You can watch the
Nicholas
show.
Petit Frere will do that to you.
Yeah, I guess, NPF. You can watch the show live on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
Juan says on Facebook, I live in Colorado. How can I listen to you guys every day? Well, many ways, like you're doing right now. You can watch like this. Or
I also
we have
told
an
him
app.
we have an app.
We have an app. You can listen online, 1045thezone.com as well.
Yeah.
I love Colorado.
And
man.
thanks for listening from Colorado.
What's
we
up,
appreciate
Juan?
you.
Well, I
What
know
up,
y'all.
Juan?
Boy, oof.
It's wild driving into Denver, man, especially like from here, because you go through the prairies and all that stuff.
Ever done that?
I was gonna say the same thing. Like,
But from
never even
well,
thought
I
about
have.
that.
That's why I want to give you this little story. So like, you drive through Kansas, like there's nothing. I mean, nothing.
Tumbleweeds
I have been through there.
and sunflowers.
And
Lots of sunflowers.
You get into Colorado and it's still like that, but it's like drier because people think, okay, Denver gets all this snow, and they do, but it is a desert. It's a desert. So you're driving through the prairies and it's flat and all this stuff, but it gets drier in Colorado. And then all of a sudden you see like the Denver skyline. It's like, oh. You go from nothing
like the
to the
heavens.
skyline and the Rocky Mountains are right there. I mean, it's like flat for thousands of miles until the Rocky Mountains. And then
It's
it-
on.
Mountain High.
Yeah, so can you imagine like the people that were going west, like the pioneer people back in the day? What was that game we used to always play on the
Oregon Trail.
Oregon Trail on the Commodore 64. And then can you imagine them though? Like that's why they settled. Like I ain't going over those damn mountains. Denver, here
wall.
we are. Let's incorporate it.
The Lord created a wall.
Put a flag down. We're staying here. Like the Donner Party, or
We're staying here.
Well, they're not really a good example. They're really kind of dumb.
yeah, they kept going.
They
and
kept going.
They ran out of food, so they had to eat each other. So that was
Oh, dear Lord.
look it up.
This is where we go.
Daughter party.
I trust you.
Yeah.
Yeah, they went all Dahmer.
Well, yeah, that's two different things though. Like they had to survive. Hunk. See, me and Hunt get in these conversations.
Yes, and ride out.
By the way, now everybody's talking about where they're listening from on our chat.
I love it when that
and
happens.
it's really cool.
Yeah,
Like
I didn't know they were from all these places.
I know. So what I don't know what your real name is, but Pistol Grip used to live in East Nashville.
Yeah.
Now in Atlanta, listening.
Okay.
Yep. And then we talked about Juan from Colorado. We've got Nick in Missouri. What's up, guys?
Tony the Studs, Hendersonville in his room.
Okay, that's not as cool, Tony. But that's okay.
But now he's on 65, so I don't know how that happened. Boy, he moves fast.
Oh, his real name's Ernest. There you go.
Ernest Ramsey. Pistol Grip, huh?
It's way cooler.
All right. Yeah, let us know where you're listening from. I always enjoy that game.
It's kind of fun.
It is fun. Jonathan Taylor, going to go this weekend, maybe? That's what his coach says. The games people play.
I just say be careful about throwing them out there. Remember they threw Darius Leonard back out there last year when the
Shaquille.
Titans. Yeah, I'm sorry. Shaquille
We
Leonard.
went through this yesterday.
Yeah, Shaquille Leonard. They threw him back out there. He wasn't ready either, and that little part of his season got derailed.
There's
as
no
well.
way I'd play him.
Not in this game. You
He's
gotta
been
find
out
another
way
one,
too
man.
long,
Well,
man.
not to mention he's pissed off.
Yeah.
He's not going to play. He doesn't want to play.
Especially watching.
It's like, forget you guys.
Yeah,
I really thought he was just going to say peace just to stick it to
I
Irsay.
did too.
See ya.
Well, we still also haven't actually seen him on the field because they don't start practicing until tomorrow. So he still could say peace out. I'm not really going to try.
That's true.
Nick says that drive through Kansas to Colorado is so boring. Will, I live in Knoxville. Now Lewisburg is my home.
Hey, Marcus Hayslip,
Olivia listening from Bowling Green, Kentucky while cleaning.
Jason Maxwell.
My buddy Paul back in college said you can't clean without 2 fingers of brown water. No ice, no nothing. Put 2 fingers on the glass, pour it up to the top of the second finger
Oh, really?
Oh.
while you clean the house.
I was like, put brown water on your fingers and scrub.
I know. That's what I thought.
No.
I'm like, oh, will that work? My
No.
house is really dirty.
And your husband has lots of bourbon.
Yes, he does.
I saw the bar. That
He
was impressive.
loves his brown water.
Ryan says I'm at the Nissan Smyrna plant. That's real. Thanks, bro.
Hey, we'll be there. We'll be in Smyrna on Thursday.
Hey,
Actually, no, that's Halloween. Never mind. Halloween, we're back in Smyrna. Never mind, trying to promo the wrong thing.
Which is a Tuesday.
Yes, which is Tuesday. Continue.
This
y'all
thing
had
today.
me sold.
This thing today, man.
I was in the chat like,
Houston.
what are y'all talking about?
What up, Houston?
It's time.
Stephen in Houston.
MG McGinnis 1 Nations checking in. What up?
You know
All right.
what we do?
Vero Beach, Florida, checking in. Kenny, what up, Kenny? All right, let's take a break.
We hate the coach.
Pass.
We do hate the Colts.
That's right.
That's a fact.
That game's a pick 'em now.
Eugene,
I already
Oregon.
picked.
We got Oregon up in here.
Oregon.
Eugene.
Hey, Joshua, what's up with home Bo Nix? Bo Nix, man. How long has he been playing college football?
like 50 years.
It's quite a
And
while.
Well,
he
he's
still
got it.
hasn't figured out how to win on the road.
No, but he's got it going at home, man. He's got that figured out. That's for sure. All right, more 3HL when we come back. Could Jonathan Taylor go? How afraid of him would you be? This game now a pick 'em. Colts were favored. So it's going in the other direction. Titans at Colts, 12 o'clock on Sunday. Major League Baseball playoffs begin today with the wild card series. We've got a game going on. We'll keep you updated. 3HL 1045 The Zone.
What is happening? Big Slate right here, man. Let me get you all caught up on what my journey has been like. 302 pounds, jump on the scale. That is too big. Hitchcock belly was hanging over my belt loop. I said, nope, I can't do that. I got to do something about this. Awaken 180 appeared. Cue music. And guess what? I dialed into it, man. Got my consultation, and it all came to me like a book. I also had a coach. My coach coached me through it. And when I tell you this, I mean it was not difficult. Why? Because I had coaching. Coming from the athlete background, it's real simple to carry out my duties, and that was going to help me be way more healthier. I got rid of asthma and every darn thing, man. It was crazy. You need to go and get your consultation today. 844-346-1800. 45 pounds down, still right now. Maintenance, read support for life. I've got it. You can get it too. All you got to do is hit them up. Awaken180weightloss.com. It's real easy to do.
Buddy Allan Carpet One here to keep you comfortable at home with a cozy up to carpet flooring sale. Visit our friends at Buddy Allan now through November 6th to get big savings on carpets of every style, pattern, and texture. Need a little financing help? Enjoy zero interest if paid in full within 18 months. Stop by the store in Donaldson today to get details and guidance from the flooring experts. Visit BuddyAllenCarpet1.com for details or just stop by the store in Donaldson, 2405 Lebanon Pike in Donaldson, 615-883-3289 or BuddyAllenCarpet1.com. 3HL 1045, The Zone, Tupac Tuesday. Made an arrest in that case a few days ago.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what the holdup was.
What, 27 years later?
And the story is still the same, though. That's the
The
craziest
story
part
is the
about
same, and they didn't arrest the guy for the murder. They just said, well, he's kind of behind it or whatever. Like, you're just arresting somebody to arrest somebody.
Yeah.
I'd like to say that I believe Tupac Tuesday is the reason why this finally got solved.
I think it did.
believe
Yeah.
Bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, we did. So you're welcome.
Yeah. Like it.
615-737-1045, always the number. You want to talk some Titans football?
Yeah, most
Guys?
definitely. Let's do it.
Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com, joins us every Tuesday. Jimmy, what's up? How are you?
Much. Hope everybody's doing well.
Hi, Jimmy.
I think Titans fans are doing, remarkably well compared
Way
to this
better
time
than last week.
Isn't it amazing, like in sports, how you can have like one of the more destructive losses you've seen in a while, and then have one of the most outstanding wins that you've seen in a while, just 1 week apart?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of a week-to-week league. I mean, what you're searching for is some consistency where that doesn't happen on a regular basis. But I think early on in seasons, that's what you get as teams try to find their way. You look around the league, I think 12 teams are 2-2 at this point. And, I think another 8 are 1-3. And then there's some teams that have started out fast. And I think if you're the Titans, you just keep, preparing to get better each week. And I thought what everybody saw on Sunday was definitely encouraging, and I just got to keep it up.
Well, I mean, that's the largest margin of victory for the Titans since October of 2021. It was 28 games coming off that previous performance. But, when this team runs into a team that cannot defend the run very well, they're going to have success, I think, with the run game and with the play-action pass, because that's one of the things that Ryan Tannehill does the best, maybe better than most people in the league even, is the play-action.
Yeah, and they play off each other.
Yeah.
When you're able to get the run game going, you're able to, as you mentioned, Brent, I mean, hit on some of those play action passes. And then when you're able to, throw the ball downfield, it keeps teams on their heels a little bit, and you're able to gas them with some run plays. So there was a stretch there, I think, in the second quarter, 6-minute stretch where the Titans were just pretty much on fire with big plays. I think it was 5 out of 7 plays that went for 20 yards or more. And that's when it's what it looks like when it's working well. And, some things still, need to be more consistent, obviously. And there's still some moving parts. I mean, I thought the offensive line played a lot better on Sunday, but now you're getting close to getting Peter Skoronski back. Nicholas Petit-Frere is going to be back in the mix at some point. So you wonder just when those are going to take place. And then once you get those guys locked in, you just want to keep finding some rhythm and those guys gel together.
All right. So you mentioned Skoronski and MPF possibly coming back. What are we thinking time-wise as far as MPF and what he will need, and Skoronski as far as his health?
Yeah, and that's the thing. Skoronski's different just because he's not coming off an ACL or coming off a hamstring or an ankle. I mean, he's coming off an emergency appendectomy, and everybody recovers differently. Your body recovers differently from that. I saw him in the locker room last week, and he clearly wasn't there, and he didn't practice, and obviously didn't play. I know Mike Vrabel said yesterday he's getting stronger, doing better, hopes to practice this week. I think they'll wait and see how that goes. So I would think he's not far from coming back. So Petit-Frere, I mean, it's a different situation for him because, A, the guy who's been playing in his place at right tackle, Chris Hubbard's played pretty well, and B, we haven't seen Nicholas Petit-Frere since August and, during training camp, and here we are now in October, and I think just to throw him back in there and expect his stamina to be where it needs to be and expect his timing and technique is where it needs to be. I mean, I guess I'm skeptical about that, but we'll see how quickly that happens. You've got time, and again, you've got a guy in Hubbard who has been holding it down, I think, pretty well, and just have to see what it looks like when he's out there tomorrow.
Then you look over, Jim, and you got, when you talk about the wide receiver room, Kyle Phillips supposed to be getting back into the fold at some point, but you got guys like NWI, man, who's looking like he's Linus security blanket. Like when it's like that's for Tannehill. When you need somewhere to go outside of Hopkins, you go to NWI. What do you think of his emergence and everything that with this wide receiver room the way it could be?
Yeah, I mean, I think all those guys, and NWI, I do think it deserves a lot of credit because he has performed when he's got the opportunity. He's made some tough catches. I thought his catch and effort to get in the end zone on Sunday was impressive. And then Chris Moore, seems to make a big play every week. DeAndre Hopkins, continues to be good on third down. And, so I think they've got guys who can make plays. I kind of expect Kyle Phillips, if he has a good week of practice, to be back in the mix, just what that looks like and how much he is in the offense. I guess that kind of remains to be seen. Burks needs to get healthy, but I think you're starting to see some positive things there, and Titans just need to get it on a consistent basis.
Jim Wyatt with us, TennesseeTitans.com for your Titans content at J Wyatt Sports. King went off 22 carries, 122 yards and a touchdown. Threw a touchdown pass, as we all know. His career passing number 7 of 8, 4 touchdowns. That's a pretty good stat line. But second all-time leading rusher in Titans Oilers franchise history now, just 1,390 away from passing Eddie George. Man, it's been so much fun watching Eddie George, and as a kid for me, watching Earl Campbell, but Chris Johnson and now Derrick Henry, man. Those are 4 incredible running backs.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, I think when you look at backs and look at the NFL landscape, you can look at the Titans group and say that they've had some of the best group of running backs of anybody in the league. And watch Earl Campbell from afar, and certainly he was special. And then Eddie George, I think probably one of the more underappreciated guys across the league, just because he was one of the best backs during his time frame, and he played every week. And you knew a lot of times he was the one getting the ball, and he still produced. I think if the Titans would have won that Super Bowl and would have had more success during that time frame, he'd be in the Hall of Fame right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, he's not getting the recognition because the team didn't have that success that puts him over the hump. And then Chris Johnson was a blast to cover. I mean, he had that
So
stretch
fun.
in 2019, 2009, I should say, when it seemed like every time he touched the ball, he was capable of taking it the distance. In that 2,000-yard season was special. And then along comes Derrick Henry, who has again been the best back in the league over a pretty good stretch of time. And he's getting it a lot of times, and he's still having success. The passing game part of it's fun because he's having fun with it, and he calls himself a young Peyton Manning. But he obviously has built his reputation on just running over people, and he continues to do that. And that run on Sunday was vintage Derrick Henry, breaking 3 tackles, get to the outside and sprinting to the corner of the end zone. When he's going well, the team's usually going well, and Titans just need to keep it going.
You gotta see, you gotta love what he gets to, as far as getting to be fresh and kind of hold on to a little tread on those tires when you got a guy like Tajay Spears. What has he brought to that running back room after you seeing him in this game? Like, it was a lot of passes to him, a lot of extra runs to him. Tajay Spears just also been a decoy at times. Like, that's got to be good for Derrick.
Yeah, it is. And I know some people out there hate to see Derrick Henry leave the field, and Derrick Henry loves to play himself, but you've got to acknowledge that Tajay Spears has got a unique skill set, and he brings something different to the offense. He's averaging over 6 yards a carry. He does have another gear where he's capable of going, 60, 70 yards himself, and that's going to happen one of these times. So they both got to play. I mean, you look at Sunday, and Derrick Henry, was back to his dominating self, going over 100 yards. We mentioned him throwing the ball, and you would think that he played the whole game, but you look back at the numbers, and Henry played, I'm looking at the numbers, 39 snaps, and Spears was right behind him with 35. I mean, so,
yeah.
And it seemed like Derrick played more than that just because he was so productive during that time. So it's going to, Tim Kelly used the term, we're going with the hot hand in games sometimes, and I think the Titans will continue to do that. If one guy's having success, you're going to ride that guy for a while. but both of them are going to play.
Man, I loved that touchdown, Derrick Henry throw touchdown package that they threw out there. Could we see them do that again with maybe a variation, maybe throw Big Jeff the ball?
I don't know if Jeff's hands are as dependable as maybe a tight end like Wiley or somebody else. I wouldn't want Jeff to hear me say that.
I was going to say, Big Jeff would say, yes, they are.
Yeah, you can put that out there, Jimmy.
Yeah, I will say this, like and I hope Joe Hunt doesn't tweet that out and have Jeff.
My hands are off the phone. My hands are off the phone.
Yeah. So, but I will say, they have some fun on Fridays. Terrell Williams throws these big defensive lineman passes still, and Jeffrey Simmons will go out for routes, and he catches the ball. Got some pretty soft hands, I'll say. So, I guess you never say never. You line up in the backfield. A lot of people were fascinated by that. You sometimes set things up for other things later. So we'll see if they get anything kind of spawning off of that.
Wouldn't you love to see that like the very next week, since it's the Colts? Like, here, we're going to throw this out at you again, and we're going to throw it to the biggest defensive lineman we have. That would be such a kick in the butt, man.
But all the attention goes to Big Jeff when he's out there because you absolutely think they're going to throw him the ball.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
That play works all the time.
You set it up. Yeah, you do set it up. And I hate to bring up a bad memory for Tennessee fans out there, but I remember Vanderbilt against Kentucky many years ago. Vanderbilt was blowing Kentucky out. And they ran that little, quick pass, jump pass. And then the next week they ran the same play against Tennessee in Knoxville where Pat and Robinette did the little fake jump pass.
Yep.
I'll take that back. They threw the jump pass against Kentucky, and then the very next week they did the fake jump pass, and Pat and Robinette sprinted the end zone, got in the end zone for a Vanderbilt touchdown and a Vanderbilt win at Neyland Stadium. So sometimes you just set something up, and I know some people probably not happy. I'm reminded.
You enjoyed bringing that up, didn't you?
The Vanderbilt win at Neyland Stadium.
Jimmy. Way to work that in. Hey, by the way, since we're talking about Vanderbilt, depth chart came out today, and I noticed it's at quarterback, it's Ken Seals or A.J. Swan now.
Yeah, I mean, some of that could be based on, health, and I don't know what Swan's situation is like. He was on the sideline in uniform last week and just didn't play. I thought Seals played admirably on a team that still just continues to find enough ways to lose. But I don't know what is exactly going to happen moving forward. But I give Seals credit for not only staying here when so many people are wanting to bolt during this time of transfer period. And I thought he played pretty well. He just, unfortunately, they can't, get enough stuff going on a consistent basis to win many games.
Missouri, going to find out a little bit more about them this week with LSU coming in pissed off. But Missouri played well in that game. Colts coming up. You look at the game plans. I kind of hit on this a little bit earlier. I think it's a similar thing, just looking at it at the front end of the week, in that the Colts struggle to stop the run, which leads me to believe you're going to see Derrick Henry pound the rock and more play action this week. They gave up 164 on the ground last week.
Yeah, and that's what that's kind of what you looked at the Bengals going in that game. They were giving up 5 yards a carry, 190 yards of rushing offense a week, and Titans took advantage of that. Indy, we'll see. That certainly seems like the plan. I'm kind of intrigued on the Titans defensively, what they do against the Colts and what that looks like. Anthony Richardson's been pretty good. They've got Jonathan Taylor back practicing. Whether he plays or not is certainly worth watching. But it's I don't think anybody would have thought week 5 Titans-Colts would be a big matchup, but it is. I mean, Colts have been better. Really, the whole division's been better. Other than the Jags, still a little bit slow out of the gate, but Indy's been better. Houston's been better. And then Titans and Jags has just kind of been a little up and down so far.
Yeah, Houston might have found themselves a quarterback.
No question.
Titans fans not happy about that one.
He's a player.
Mm-hmm.
He's a player.
Jim Wyatt, Tennessee Titans. Yep, Jim Wyatt, TennesseeTitans.com, at J Wyatt Sports. Thank you, Jimmy. Good stuff, man. Appreciate you.
Okay. Y'all have a good one. Thank you.
All right, there he is. Jim Wyatt, at J Wyatt Sports. Yeah, C.J. Stroud, good start to his career.
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans, too, as a head coach, needs a lot of credit, too. That team at 2-2.
Yeah, but he's not going to get it because everybody's going to say, "Oh, it's because of the quarterback."
Yep. But listen, man, I do
Because he looked like not good in the preseason.
No, he didn't.
I was about to say garbage, and then
he was like,
And the opener, honestly.
and then I thought, maybe I don't use that word to describe somebody anymore.
He's a rookie.
Right.
But I thought the cover wasn't bare what D'Amico Ryans was walking into as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They spent money on the line and
Definitely on that.
you know what I'm saying? So you got pieces to protect a guy like C.J. Stroud where he can have his lumps, and I think he's getting the opportunity to play freely. You know what I'm saying? Like, because of, they're trying to
keeping
figure
it
out.
simple. They're not putting too much on it.
Yeah, like the same thing that Justin Fields is complaining about that he's not getting to do. I think Stroud is getting the opportunity to do that. So,
Although Fields should be further along.
absolutely.
There's just a disconnect there because, like,
There is a disconnect.
He played well on Sunday. He had the big fumble late, which led to the game-tying touchdown. But he threw 4 touchdown passes and threw for 300-plus yards. There's just a disconnect there. I think with Justin Fields, you'll find maybe I'm wrong about this, but I think you'll find, like, at his next stop, he does better. What he needs is somebody to marry their offense to him,
Right.
as opposed to trying to fit him into your offensive scheme.
See, and that's where the best coaches are. The ones that you look at what your players are that you have and you figure out what you do best. And that's what good coaches do.
Hunk passed this along from Dove Kleiman. Highest passer rating versus man coverage in the NFL so far this season. Number 4 on the list is Josh Allen, 125.9. Number 3, kind of surprised me, Vikings quarterback Kirk Cousins at 127.1. Didn't surprise me as much as 1 and 2. Number 2, Colts rookie quarterback Anthony Richardson, 135.4. Highest passer rating versus man coverage in the NFL this year. Number 2 in the league, Anthony Richardson with the Colts. Number 1, Texans quarterback C.J. Stroud, 139.4. 2 rookies identifying man coverage. Now, here's where you can confuse rookies is through your zones.
Oh.
Yeah.
And guess what?
And your disguises.
It's 4. We what at the quarter? So it's 4 weeks of game tape out now. I think it's we might see some different things now at some point with these rookie quarterbacks. Films out.
It's very helpful, right?
No, I'm telling you, like you can catch him off guard, play man, like we can get him, and then he break it down and he start running about the.
Right.
Both of them can scramble. So all your receiver got to do is, I know this sounds easy. Receiver break it
All
off.
you have
All
to
you gotta do
do.
is receiver break your pattern off. You
I
got
don't
a
know why
connection with
people
him
aren't
his own.
getting this.
All you have to do is run a fade route.
Like what?
I mean,
I would have
honestly,
led the nation, man.
like,
all you have to do is throw the ball, too.
Yeah,
you
Justin
know?
Fields, why are you sucking so bad? All you got to do is just throw it.
But he got a connection. Apparently he got a connection with his receivers, man.
How-
No legs dangerous.
as we sit here on Tuesday, how confident are you in a Titans win in Indianapolis this weekend? We'll talk about it next. 615-737-1045. 615-737-1045.
All right, I want to tell you who you need to call if you need new windows and doors. Maybe your house is like me and all these bugs are crawling in, the tiny, tiny little crevices in your windows. Well, you might need new windows, and Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville can help you out there. I went through the entire process with them, actually. Went through finding out about every company's processes and ended up loving Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. And you might be surprised to learn how affordable replacement windows are from Pella Windows and Doors. I was not surprised, though, after I met with them to find out about their warranties and their lifetime warranties. Now, Pella, as a company, almost 100 years old. They will be 100 years old in 2025. Family-oriented, family-first kind of company. And then here in Tennessee, here's the deal with their warranty. They stand behind everything they do because they take you from the beginning part of the process all the way through the end. So they have the staff in place to support you, the customer, and make sure that the process of installation is great. And that allows them to warranty their work. So they back up everything with a warranty, 10-year labor warranty, leading in the industry. And I'll tell you, installation was an absolute breeze, and they were phenomenal. I mean, they probably left my house cleaner than it was when they came in there. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville. They have an awesome showroom, too, in Franklin, 277 Mallory Station Road. Go check it out and check out all the specials they have. Schedule a free consultation. Pella Windows and Doors of Nashville at PellaNashville.com.
I want to tell you about my friends at Brentwood Jewelry. You guys have tons of gifting responsibilities throughout the course of the year. You need a jeweler on your side where you can just go in and figure it out, and they'll help you figure it out. And the Amamali family, Brandon, Salem, everybody at Brentwood Jewelry ready to help you out and just get to know you and be able to just piece together whatever you need pieced together. And it's a full-service jewelry store, and they've been here for a long, long time, more than 50 years, as a matter of fact. 7012 Church Street, located in the heart of Brentwood, just off Franklin Road. Anything you need jewelry-wise, they have you covered. I love watches, and if you haven't already heard, Nashville's premier timepiece dealer is Brentwood Jewelry. Not only do they have the best selection in watches, but they're also the go-to spot for pre-owned Rolexes, both vintage and current models. You can own a pre-owned Rolex for a fraction of the cost, and every watch has been meticulously serviced to ensure the highest level of performance, and is presented with a 2-year warranty. Exceptional style, exceptional deals every day for more than 50 years. Visit Brentwood Jewelry, 7012 Church Street in the heart of Brentwood, off Franklin Road, BrentwoodJewelry.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Some college football notes from the weekend. Austin Peay pounded Lindenwood 52-10. Quarterback Mike DeLalo, 349 yards and 3 touchdowns. So we've been following that guy since we saw him play Tennessee. I think he had 5 touchdowns the next week, 3 in this game.
Let's go P.
Jevin Jackson, 158 yards and 2 touchdowns. Govs are 3-2, 1-0 in conference play. They're off next week. Let's go P. Fly Williams. Fly is open. Let's go P. TSU fell at UT Martin 20-10. Tigers are 2-2, 1-1 in conference play. They play at 1-4 Kennesaw State this weekend at 2:00 on Saturday. What y'all think about Georgia now that we saw them against Auburn?
I think that they're vulnerable.
It's funny, too, because we've thought that since the very first week, right? But it's hard to, quantify that because of the schedule that they play. In this game, they were a 14.5-point favorite. And remember, we had the discussion. You were like, how's it only 14.5?
I thought it should have been bigger.
What was my response to you? That is an indictment on where Vegas thinks Georgia is. Mm-hmm. They're not the best team in the country.
No.
They're ranked number 1.
They will get got. Is it this weekend? Kentucky's there.
I don't trust Leary enough yet.
I don't either.
He's the only thing.
Kentucky's not going to be able to run the ball like that.
They did.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think he got the skill guys to get out there and make something happen at receiver. But man,
I would dumb it down for him, man.
I think that this was a heck of a confidence game, though, for Kentucky's offensive line that they needed.
Yep.
Big time.
Yep.
They had 329 yards of rush yards.
Leary just
Leary was.
You don't love him.
They don't do it for me yet. And I expected them to. I expected them receivers to really get off.
I think they might by the middle of the season.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
I just look at that Liam Cohen offense and them trying to get, nope, you don't agree with me. You keep shaking your head at me.
No, I think he'll have moments where he plays well, but
Right.
I think we've kind of seen the floor and the ceiling, and he's somewhere in between there, and it's not great. They're going to have to be able to run the football. That's why Mark Stoops, I think, in the offseason was talking about that.
Yeah.
We're going to have to pound the rock. And they were able to do it against Florida, the number 5 defense in the country.
Florida's a fraud.
329 yards.
Yes.
They are a fraud. Somebody in the league told me that Billy Napier's coaching his ass off right now.
Really?
This was before the Kentucky game.
Talent?
Because he doesn't have it. Wow. This was before the Kentucky game.
Well, shoot, Florida fans want him gone already.
Nope. Y'all stuck with him. Thanks to Tennessee, y'all can have that. Put that in your back pocket. You're welcome.
You gonna go up there and just put a padlock around him?
No, he ain't going nowhere. You won that rivalry game, and everybody packed the stadium, and that's all we was hearing about. Nope, y'all gotta help him for at least 2 more, at least.
How about Ray Davis, man?
Dog.
How sick are Vanderbilt fans watching that guy go for 280 against the Gators?
I know, but you can't help root for him.
Oh, he's an incredible story.
For
those that don't know, he was in foster care as a kid, ended up homeless. At what, 12?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to tell y'all, I saw this show come on this morning. I hadn't seen it before, and I'm mad at myself for not having seen it yet on the SEC Network, and it's Cole Kubelik and Cole and Roman. Read and React is,
it's dope.
Yeah, they just started that this year.
Yep.
Tuesday nights, right?
They give great.
I thought it was Tuesday nights,
yep.
yeah.
It was on this
Great
morning on a loop.
Oh,
I watched the last half of it, and then it came back on, so I watched the first.
Breakdown. Might be Sunday night, Babsy.
Oh, okay.
Because I think I watched it. Yeah, I watched the replay yesterday.
It's basically a film breakdown, right?
That's exactly
incredible,
what it is.
and they're incredible at it.
Mm-hmm.
They on point. They on point with.
I mean, that is right up there.
Both of them.
That is right up their alley.
The reason why I thought about that was explaining the Kentucky thing, because Cole was going through. He was an offensive lineman. Roman played DB at Alabama, but Cole was
which makes them good together.
Great together
because you get 2 perspectives.
So Cole was talking about the detailed work of the Kentucky offensive line and how good it was against Florida in terms of getting leverage on linebackers to allow Ray Davis to have space. And so he brought up play after play where the linebacker or the safety took the wrong leverage, needed to get outside the block, instead got inside the block where the pursuit couldn't get past him. So it just basically is like bowling pins. And so then Ray Davis had open spots. So it'll be interesting to see if they can do that against Georgia, because Georgia's defensive line hasn't been – that's been a talking point this year. They haven't been as good as they have been in the past.
The linebackers and corners good, but
the defensive line – you know who has a great defensive line? Texas A&M.
No.
That Texas A&M Alabama game is going to be a war.
They got professionals on their defensive line. That's what they got.
5-8-0.
By the way, guess who I ran into at the airport on my flight home? Coach Reed, Rod Reed.
Oh, yeah.
Whose son is
A&M.
now the backup quarterback, right?
Yeah.
At A&M.
At A&M.
Yeah, that's true.
They lost Connor.
Marcel,
So it was Coach Reed and I believe his wife that were flying back from watching that A&M game.
Yep.
And I know his daughter goes, I saw it he tweeted it. His daughter, I think, runs track at Alabama, right? So he's got his daughter running track at Alabama, his son playing football at Texas A&M, and those schools go at it this weekend. House torn.
I think, man, I would love to see Kentucky get it done down there. I just think it'll be great for the league. Without question.
Wait, are you talking about Georgia?
Yeah, talking about Georgia.
The line is
sorry,
14.
I thought we were talking about Alabama A&M.
Oh, darn, my bad.
No, we're talking about
No,
both of
because
them.
I was
We're
looking
talking
at
SEC. Okay.
That's what we're doing.
That line is 14.5. Georgia about 14.5.
That's a lot of points.
That's the same line as it was for Auburn.
Yeah.
But they're
No, I
home.
thought it was a lot of points for that. For that.
No, I thought it was low.
Man, going to Jordan Hare, y'all got to give them more credit.
I agree.
I didn't think
that
Auburn
place
more
was
credit.
I didn't think Auburn was
jumping.
going to score. That was going into the game.
Okay,
I
that's
just
a
think
little dramatic.
I just think it's
Well, they haven't
magic,
scored
man.
all year. What?
Score touchdowns. Let's
Yeah.
just say score touchdowns.
I mean, you got to be
Auburn's not just
specific.
throwing 20 points out there on anybody.
No.
Really.
No, they're
Auburn is
not.
field goal
But-
kicker you.
Hey, but if you're
Ganging up on Babs.
Yeah.
Get up. Where's the
Stereo.
eagle?
Do you
Somebody
remember
let the eagle go.
we actually had a Carlson kick in for Auburn for it felt like
Yes.
15 straight years.
And now we have a
It was so
McPherson.
solid. Yeah.
We
Anyway.
hated one on Sunday. We like this one if you're an Auburn
That
fan.
is true. That is true. But no, if you're an Auburn fan, do you not look at that Georgia game and you have hope? And you look
Oh,
at
for
what
sure.
you also look at what Hugh was able to do with those quarterbacks. I mean, because coming off the week prior to that, where you're like, this offense isn't going to be able to do a thing, and then you take on Georgia and make it a game.
That's why.
And
that's
he's
why I
able
felt
to
it.
get that out of the quarterbacks. I mean,
Auburn only has really one deficiency, and it's throwing the ball with your hands. Other than that, they're great.
Throwing the ball
Hey,
with your hand.
which is kind of a problem.
It's
in
a
this,
problem.
It's an
you know.
issue unless you're a military school.
Look, outside of UMass and Samford, Auburn scored 14 against Cal and 10 against Texas A&M going into Georgia, and I didn't think they would score. That's why I thought 14. I didn't bet it. I didn't bet that game. But, yeah,
Did the Kentucky-Georgia line change after what Kentucky did to Florida significantly, do you think?
So NFL lines come out before the Sunday games are even played, right? For the next week. College football doesn't work that way.
Well, I'm also talking hypothetically here. Do you know what I mean? Like, do you feel like after seeing what Kentucky was able to do to that Florida defense and how they were able to run the ball, do you feel like they have a better chance against Georgia than you thought maybe prior to seeing what Kentucky did?
So I think the public will bet it that way.
Yeah.
So it makes me
But you don't
wary
necessarily believe that.
It makes me wary of where that line is.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't decided on that one, but we'll see. Because it does seem high, right? Like given what Kentucky's been able to do this year, they're 5-0. They just ran Florida. It's not like they lucked out and won. I mean, they physically whooped their ass.
Yep.
Yeah, they did.
So we've got some interesting games coming up this. I'm anxious to see like what Missouri is.
I think it's
too.
a fun weekend.
Yeah.
It is.
And Missouri's got LSU at home this weekend. LSU coming off that loss to Ole Miss. Like, it's such a week-to-week thing. Like, we talk about that in the NFL, but, man, it's been like that in the SEC, too. It's like it's
serious, man.
It's really hard to figure out, like, from a data point standpoint, what these teams are.
Brian Kelly is in a glass case of emotion, I'm sure.
He's got to be.
Gah.
You got to be.
Like,
back to Georgia.
what is your team?
Yeah, you got to be.
Back to Georgia real quick. Remember, yesterday I was given the stats. So, like, in the last 3 drives of the game, Georgia scored 17 points, right?
Yes.
They won 27-20. They scored 17 of their 27 in the last 3 drives. In those 3 drives, Brock Bowers, the tight end, who could be starting on almost any team in the NFL right now, even though he's too young, had 6 receptions, 148 yards, and a touchdown in those last 3 drives. Prior to that, 2 receptions, 9 yards. It's almost like Kirby Smart got in the headset and said, hey, Bobo, throw the ball to Bowers. It's not that hard.
Mm-hmm.
And so I wonder if there's like a little thing going there. That has to have been what happened because they totally flipped their game plan. It's almost like Kirby just got tired of watching what he was watching. Like, we're messing around in here and we may get beat.
Yeah.
Throw it to the NFL player. How about that?
Okay, but why wouldn't you do that off the bat
That's
the
my
entire
thing.
game?
That's what I'm saying. So Mike Bobo's calling the game, and I think Kirby got to the point where he was tired of watching it. And, like, we may lose.
It could be, too, trying to bring people along the way their schedule is. Trying to
That's how you lose
developed.
games in the SEC,
is.
though.
Right.
It
Georgia
is. You
makes
gotta go
me
with your
nervous.
guys. Yeah.
Georgia
You
makes
gotta
me
go with your
nervous.
guys. You gotta
Could they
go with
lose to
your guys.
Kentucky? Yeah.
Yeah. I think if that ball in Carson Beck hand and he got to go win it, I think they lose.
But, like, imagine if Georgia played a non-conference schedule like
'cause he's
LSU
not
or
there.
something.
Not yet.
Like, if Georgia played Florida State or something. Like,
Yeah.
we'd know a lot more about them, and I bet you I'd bet on Florida State all day long.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
They just haven't played anybody. All right, when we come back, more 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone. Get the speed you need at a great price. Get up to 5 times faster upload speeds for smoother connections on the largest gig speed network, Xfinity, delivering gig speeds to more homes than anyone. So get ready to do even more on your devices with gig speeds. Gig speed internet available to 99% of our footprint. Enjoy all of your favorite apps all in one place with a Flex 4K streaming box. Stay connected on the go with over 20 million secure Xfinity Wi-Fi hotspots nationwide. Also, Xfinity's internet service bringing you entire experience together, your entire experience together by connecting other services like Xfinity XFi, Advanced Security, Xfinity Flex, and more. Actual speeds vary and are not guaranteed based on Xfinity's fastest available download speeds. Maximum download speed of 940 megabits per second when hardwired via Ethernet. Not available in all areas. Performance may be limited by customers' device configuration.
What's happening, people? Yes, indeed, it's Superbook Sports. Got to go dive into it. Yes, you need to go download the Superbook Sports app in order to be involved or visit superbook.com to place your wager and win today. If you rolled with the parlay yesterday, you won. Boom. Bank it. Book it. Money in the pocket. Just keep taking money from Superbook. But if you're a first-time bettor, this is an opportunity for you to automatically get $250 back, win or lose, by using the promo code SLAY when you sign up, deposit, wager, all in the same day. You're going to get it. That's right. Even if you wager $250 and you lose it, you really win it because you're going to get it back. But if you win it, then you're going to double up. They're going to match your best. They're going to match your first bet up to $250 with the promo code SLAY. So it's real simple and easy to do. We got a lot of things kicking off. Hockey's about to start. Basketball's around the corner. Football is here. Baseball playoffs, man. College football. Woo! So much. Just take the opportunity to ride with the most trusted name in Vegas. Superbook. Terms and conditions. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-889-9789. Book it.
Good afternoon from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. Will he play? Will he not play? Well, it's a question we're asking about Jonathan Taylor because earlier today, the Indianapolis said, one, that what we knew yesterday is that he's going to be practicing tomorrow, and two, that he is ready to go physically. They just want to see if he is in football shape. So there's actually a chance that Jonathan Taylor sees the field on Sunday against the Titans. Before it all gets going, the Jags and Bills will be playing each other in London. And just a few moments ago, Von Miller says that he is about 90% sure that he will be ready to play on Sunday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols as well as the home for the Tennessee Titans. This is 104.5 The Zone.
Three, 1045 The Zone. What up? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. Boy, it's about to become fall-like.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, man. 3HL is presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com. Don't wait for the colder temps. Go ahead and get that thing checked. Get that HVAC unit checked.
Or play around and just sit here and listen to us how warm we are and toast in our house. Because I'm rocking with Spring Hill.
You know you're going to wait till the last minute, then you're going to turn it on, it's going to smell like a fire, and then you're going to have to get it checked, and then everybody's getting it checked, and then you got to, so, go ahead and get on it.
Yeah, you're going to be
get up
by
on
this
it.
week.
Get on it.
springhillac.com is the website.
Call them.
Call them. I actually just called them this week because I had some issues out at my townhome.
There you go, Babs. They own it.
Yep, they're on it.
And they get
Scheduled
right back to
them.
you.
Go check it out, and
Real estate
they
mode.
rock.
There's no Babs.
Really? Yeah. Yeah.
You can watch us on YouTube, Facebook Live, Twitter, and Twitch.
Twitch, please.
A lot of people talking some college football in there. Glad to do that.
It's
It's a fun time of year, man. We go segment to segment. You want to talk college football this segment? We got you. You want to talk NFL this segment? We got you. You want to talk about the Titans anytime? We got you.
Boom.
You want to talk about Colts and hating them? We got you.
Got you, because we can't stand them.
That's going to be, man, that
The whole organization.
that football game now, twice a year, it's just two heavyweights in the middle of the ring, man, just swapping blows. It's a physical game, that series.
They did add a mean piece, though, and then Anthony Richardson kid. That's the young man is.
He's something.
He is something. Sheesh. He's something.
That's my analysis.
Yeah, like that.
He's something.
And
Back to you, Slay.
yeah. That's right, Brent. He is something, Brent. Babsy, what do you got on him?
Yeah, it feels like Major League in the booth.
He's something.
That's why
Dynamite dropping.
they don't call him the best analyst in the game for nothing.
It is, though. Like, I was just sitting there looking at it, and, like, the way he's leading them in scoring is – and one turnover so far as interceptions go. Like, you would expect a guy to take chance. And maybe that's why he's leading them. That's why I'm so interested to see what happens at this point, because all freshmen, all rookies hit a wall. You know what I'm saying? Like, the success that Stroud is having, without question, warranted. Same thing for Anthony Richardson. But when that tape gets out.
Remember, Vince
it's
Young
different.
had success early.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
Rookie of the year.
There you go. So and we think, I believe Stroud, man, Richardson knocking on the door, though. They could have pulled that victory out against the Rams. I think that would have helped his case more. But long season to go. But when that film gets out, man, I just want to see what the response is. Because if someone finds something that works and then they just key in on that, boy, how do you shake back and get out of your head and move on to the next game?
So he's played 3 of the 4 games. He missed one because of concussion protocol when he hit his head on the end zone. He's completed 56.9% of his passes, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. He's been sacked 6 times. Gives you something in the ground game too, though. 6 yards per carry, 4 touchdowns on the ground.
Yeah.
He had at least 1 2-point conversion, 2 that I've seen. So
40-some yards a game rushing.
Yeah.
All right. That's like, okay. 43.7, I'm sorry.
Right. And the Titans did struggle to get Deshaun Watson on the ground multiple times to sack him when they weren't able
And they
to do
had him. Artie Key talked about it. They had him. They let him go. So
Yep.
maybe that was a good warm-up.
Maybe. Arden Key talking about that on 3HL yesterday, as a matter of fact. Yeah, that they knew it. Like, they had him and let him get away.
Yep.
Now, Anthony Richardson, a lot bigger, a lot faster.
A lot stronger.
Yes.
And he don't go in happy baby yoga pose.
Also a rookie.
Feet out of hands.
I
Also
forgot.
a rookie.
Yes, he is a rookie. That's true.
That's right. No hand towels.
But Slay's right.
What
I
do you
think,
do to rookies? Confuse the heck
Got
out
to.
of them.
Yeah, scheme it up, baby. Let's get it.
yeah, and if he's performing that well against man, like, everybody's got that stat.
Right.
So, all right, man.
Yeah.
And not only do they play zone in the NFL, they'll zone you on one half of the field and play man on the other.
Right.
Like, I mean, they get exotic out there.
Yep.
615-737-1045 if you want in. 615-737-1045. 3HL presented by Spring Hill Heating and Cooling, springhillac.com.
Call him.
Don't wait for the cold temps. Get up on it. Jonathan Taylor, that's the news of the day, that he is physically ready, according to Coach Steichen.
Hasn't played not one game.
Hadn't played. I mean, what's he done, like, physically? We don't even know. In a while.
What did Steichen say about him playing against the Titans, though?
That's cut 3.
Yeah,
Thank you.
What?
there could be. Yeah.
That's it.
I'm going to have fun with this one.
I'm sorry. One more time.
There could be. Yeah.
So, Coach Steichen, is there a chance that Jonathan Taylor could play against the Titans on Sunday?
There could be. Yeah.
Do you think that it could snow inside the dome on Sunday?
There could be. Yeah.
Could Ole Miss fans throw food and beer and cups on the football field, even though they say they never do that?
There could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, that's a hell of a cut right there.
Yeah.
There could be. Yeah.
Well,
Could,
Do you know what-
could Babs's dogs attack me when I go to her house?
There could be. Yeah.
Could
Yeah.
be one
yum,
or
yum.
more. That might have happened.
Yeah. Sorry about that, by the way.
Could be. Hey, man, that's good right there.
All right.
Do you think Herschel Walker could play for the Colts this week?
There could be. Yeah.
Oh.
It could be a chance.
Okay.
Could be a
Okay.
chance. Is there a chance that Emmitt Smith could play?
There could be. Yeah.
Anybody.
How about Dan Marino? Any chance Dan Marino could play?
There could be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that
Yeah.
commercial that just came out? I love it too. With Randy Moss and them, like bringing it
Jerry
back.
Rice and
Jerry
all
Rice.
that?
Yeah, Jerry Rice.
That's dope. That's
Is there a
dope,
chance
bro.
Jerry Rice could be out there?
There could be. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Is there a chance that maybe Big Jeff just eats your quarterback for lunch?
Hey,
There could be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a
Yeah.
real chance right there.
absolutely.
Huh.
Guess what, too?
Thanks, Shane.
Good talk,
Good
Shane.
talk, Shane.
There could be. Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. What does that do to Anthony Richardson, though? Bringing Jonathan Taylor back. You know what I'm saying?
Makes him better.
Yeah, but you take the ball out of his hand, too. You know what I'm saying?
I don't care.
Is there a
Not
chance?
I don't
game
care.
one.
It's Jonathan
I care
Taylor.
game- I care game one.
No way. It's Jonathan Taylor.
Is
And
there?
like Mayor said
Let me go back and look what he
earlier,
did last year when they brought him back. 'Cause I
like
don't-
Mayor said earlier,
Mhm.
running back a little bit easier to just step in, even though you haven't been there,
And I
right?
don't think that.
Yeah, but let's go back to this. Is there a
I do
chance?
think it still affects you, though. If you're not in football shape, you're not in football shape.
Exactly. I'm not in football shape. God knows. Is there a chance that I could play running back?
There could be. Yeah. Yeah.
Is there a chance that Jonathan Taylor
Hey, man.
sits in a suite this week?
There could be. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Is there a chance that Jonathan Taylor retires just to tell you all to kiss it?
There could be. Yeah.
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 is there a chance that the Titans could just whip your ass on Sunday?
There could be. Yeah.
All right, more 3HL next on 104.5 The Zone.
All right, you need to buy a new home, but you need cash instead of waiting for your current home to sell. Well, you don't have to call one of those I Buy Your House companies. you can call Loan Pronto instead. I love Loan Pronto. I used them to refinance my house, and I loved the process because it was super easy. I filled out a couple things online. It didn't take long, and Loan Pronto was great to work with. Well, right now they have a Dream Home Bridge loan thing going on, which means they can help you tap your equity. So you get the cash out you need, you make a clean offer on your new home, and then you have the cash to cover the down payment. So that means you can go after whatever house you want with no contingency, and it won't be ripped out from under you. When your current house sells, that bridge loan completely disappears. So don't put off your dream. Let Loan Pronto help you leverage your equity so you can get the cash out to make a solid and clean offer. 615-499-5780 is the phone number. LoanPronto.com at 615-499-5780. Equal housing lender, NMLS 1661781, subject to lender approval.
Football season is here and change is in the air. If you're thinking about changing your home's kitchen or bath countertops, call the pros at Smoky Mountain Tops. I've been telling you guys about my friends, Mike McGrady and his crew at Smoky Mountain Tops forever. They do incredible work, and they will do that for you as well. For more than 25 years, Smoky Mountain Tops has been crafting beautiful custom countertops residentially and commercially. And you can check out the new Honstone Quartz collection by Hyundai LNC at Smoky Mountain Tops. Honstone's new designs have depth and translucency that's never been seen before. Created by Earth and designed by great people and for beautiful living, Honstone Quartz has many designs from which you can choose. Smoky Mountain Tops' friendly sales team will help bring your project to life. They do phenomenal work, and they're there every step of the way with you, whether it's Neyland Stadium, their work there, or Geodis Park Club Suites, for example, or your residential project. Smoky Mountain Tops would love the opportunity to earn your business. Quality, service, dedication, SmokyMountainTops.com. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, and Ron Slay. Did we establish the fact that Don was in the building this hour?
Yes,
We did? I don't know.
we did now. Here we go.
I'm looking through these new odds for to win the AFC. Jacksonville is 6th in the AFC in terms of like favorites to win the AFC, 14-1. Tennessee 9th, 33-1. So Jacksonville clearly still the favorite to win the division. Kansas City number 1 in the AFC. Buffalo, Miami, Baltimore 4, Cleveland 5, Jacksonville 6.
But it's dropped to Tennessee, so they starting to see some light. Well, I got it 285.
40-1 down to 33-1 since last week with that win. So that's good.
I mean,
Jacksonville from 16-1 to 14-1.
33-1. Yeah,
This is for the AFC.
I know.
Chargers are 7, Bengals 8, Titans 9.
If you would have rolled with me July 17th.
You know what's interesting about this? July 17th, that when you put it?
That was my first bet.
That the Jags are still where they are?
No, that the Titans would win.
I did it too. I'm not
No.
sure when though.
I know.
Oh, okay.
Guess who's
I'm like,
last?
no, I was answering Mayor's question.
Guess who's last in the AFC?
Who?
It's not the Jets. It's not the Texans. It's the Raiders. Raiders are last. 125-1 to win the AFC.
So who gets out of there first? Josh Jacobs or Devontae Adams?
That's a great question. I thought you were talking about coaches.
He definitely got
Well, Devontae's pissed. I mean, he's
Yeah.
talking openly about it. And then we saw what the offseason brought us with Josh Jacobs. He's in the last year of his. He's on a 1-year deal.
That's what I'm saying. Think A-Rod wouldn't want to have him back there in New York? Now, that would change my thoughts about the Jets if he was able to go get his partner. But he said he wanted to play with his friend, Derek Carr.
He did say that.
Not going too well. Where are my Raiders fans at? I ain't seen them in a while.
They're probably still having pool parties and stuff, like down in Vegas. Still warm out there, right?
Any Gators fans out there? I haven't seen y'all in a while. Like, dang, this has been a 2-week hiatus. Are they on vacation?
You know what's funny?
Kentucky just out physicaled them.
Oh, gotcha.
They're not going to talk.
Gotcha. I couldn't get them out of my mentions a little while ago.
I really thought Florida would win that game. You know what's funny is we were talking about this on the weekend in our little text strand. On Friday, I convinced myself, okay, Florida's going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be able to pound Devin Leary, who cannot move. So Florida's going to win. And I said LSU's going to score at will against Ole Miss, which they basically did. I didn't think Ole Miss would score like that. Jackson Dart went off. Lane Kiffin went off.
Judkins helped too.
Lane
Judkins
Kiffin
finally
loves those like 40, 50 point games where defense is optional.
Judkins finally went off.
Yeah.
Does that mean that he's healthy now? I would guess so.
Yeah.
33 carries.
To your point, back in that rhythm. How long did it take him to get back in that rhythm? That's what I'm saying about Jonathan Taylor.
Right. But then on Saturday morning when I went through my bets, I had bet those two games earlier in the week, and I went Kentucky -2.5 and Ole Miss money line.
Yeah, you told me that later.
That pissed you off, didn't
Yes,
it?
it did.
So you don't even need
Riding
to
together. Like, what happened? What are you doing? You don't
just go by your gut. You don't need to go through all your research then.
No, you don't.
Yeah, my gut's big. I should go with it all the time. Texas winning 4-0 in baseball. Anybody care about that?
Yeah, me. I just had to put another bet in to try to counter that one. Just messed up my parlay.
You got a parlay coming today?
Yeah, we should have did it earlier because the playoffs on. But yeah,
All right.
I got a live one.
You are a live one. There's Wednesday college football this week.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is it?
We're
Yeah.
starting
Are
to
you
move.
on it?
We're starting to move into midweek games.
Am I doing it? No, they don't have a sideline reporter on the MTSU game.
That's right.
Right. MTSU's playing tomorrow night
Trust me, I tried to get that game.
That is so dumb.
because we're going to be there anyway.
Yeah. I was like, I'll work it.
Mosey
You don't
on
even
that.
have to pay for travel. I live 20 minutes away from
You ought to go down there
campus.
and grab a headset anyway.
I know.
Like,
No
y'all know I'm
sideline
here.
reporter.
It's Halloween. You get like a fake headset. Just wear those pink ones and just go down on the field. Act like you're doing something.
Just pop in. My guy Rini, who is actually also a detective with the Orlando Police Department, he's calling the game.
Hey,
Yes, I love this new
That's what's
midweek.
up,
Now, Coach Stockstill is probably gonna be like, I don't
Yeah, I'd
because
rather play on Saturdays.
well, and not to mention they played Thursday,
Yeah.
then they play
They play
Wednesday,
Tuesday
and
next
then they
week.
play Tuesday next week. Like that's hard on these guys.
We're out there every one. Like we're out there tomorrow at the Grove and
Yes,
MTSU.
come see us. I'm bringing my whole family out there.
They've got tents and everything. Like it's a big tailgate area. It's really cool.
Thursday,
The
Wednesday,
tailgate
Tuesday?
is awesome.
All right, Godfather. Wednesday this week. Tuesday next week. We'll be out there Tuesday next week too.
Well, I need somebody to send me an invite to Shotgun a Beer at their tailgate.
There you go. MTSU fans.
Blue
Let's
Nation.
go.
Do you remember last time we broadcast live?
Yes,
From MTSU.
somebody showed up.
You
He was
said something like that, and some dude brought us a 6-pack.
He had I was gonna say a portable cooler, but that ain't.
No,
All
it
coolers
was.
are portable. Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, it was a backpack
it
cooler.
was thank you, Babsy. And he popped up,
remember
and he was right on time.
I'm on a high noon tailgate kick.
Really?
I saw somebody hitting one of them. I'm like, well,
Those things give me heartburn.
Really?
It's like
Yeah.
seltzer, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's fizzy, man. Fizzy.
Yeah.
It's good though. There's no sugar or carbs.
I was in Sam's. I could have grabbed you some.
Slay's like, I can't pound that.
No, not anything gonna burn your throat.
Yeah, it might burn a little. But
So
all that to
funnel
say,
tomorrow, yeah.
we've got Wednesday night college football this week, and we will be live out at MTSU. So come see us and grab your tickets and go to the game
That's right.
and hang out with us.
I mean, you can
beforehand.
buy tickets there at the box office. You're trying to do the radio thing. Slay's over there. You just went from I was just watching you. You went from 0 to 100 when you thought like, boom, the light bulb with the funnel went off in your
And
head.
that's what we've been waiting on. We've been saying we're practicing on it, and Babsy will be there.
So are y'all saying that we are tailgating while we're doing the show?
Yeah, we got a tent. No,
Yeah,
no, Kirby set that tent up.
yeah.
If we didn't have a tent, we wouldn't do
He
it.
ain't gonna miss it. We missed.
What'd you say, Hunt?
It depends if he sets it up. It's last time we were there, wouldn't set up.
No, it wasn't.
'Cause we were
but
under
we were
the
under the
really-
roof.
That
We were under the
sun
roof. We
was.
didn't need it.
No,
I was going
we
to say it was
wasn't.
it was
That sun
120
blazing.
degrees last time we were out there.
Sheesh, I remember. Woo, sweating.
It's supposed to be better tomorrow. It actually is going to be perfect. Like
It's 80. It's 87 right now in Nashville.
Yeah.
That's warm.
That is one.
I don't know. Adam Amin kept complaining about 84 doing the broadcast during the Titans game.
Yeah,
What?
we dying for 84.
He
Give us
lives
that.
in Chicago.
Yeah, he wants some.
Is that
wind.
right?
Yeah.
He wants some wind.
Well, that explains it.
Yeah.
Murfreesboro, Tennessee, tomorrow,
85? Right?
86.
That's not
That's-
bad.
Yeah.
Still hot?
Yeah. Do y'all want to hear from Aaron Rodgers?
Yes.
Yes, please.
Joe Hunk is the CJ's a Florida fan. You want to do that first?
Yes.
Yes, put them right through.
615
Like I've been
737.
dying here from these people, man.
Speaking of the borough, we'll be in the borough tomorrow at MTSU in the Grove. CJ is in the borough now. CJ, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all?
What up,
Yo,
CJ?
Thanks
What's
for calling,
happening?
brother.
Hey, I appreciate y'all taking my call.
Yep.
Look, I'm gonna keep it quick and sweet and short and everything. Ron Slay, I love you, man. I really, really do. I'm a huge fan of yours. I really am.
But
Yeah, don't do the butt
But-
after CJ.
When you start turning the butter and asking for the Florida Gator fans to pull up, let me tell you something, man. They gonna pull up, man. And let me tell you something, man. We done beat the Vols. And we gonna do it again next year. Only problem is for y'all gotta wait a whole nother year before we do it again. All right. I appreciate y'all taking my call. That's all I had to say, man. When I heard Slay say where the Gators fans at, I pulled my phone out immediately and called the radio.
I love it, CJ. I love you for
Way to
it.
step
my
up,
man.
CJ.
Yeah, most definitely.
Because
We need more
he
CJs out there.
absolutely can still talk smack
No,
because
he
they
can do it
beat
for
the
you.
Vols.
Yeah, we just make sure Todd Golden know we'll be right there.
And what do we say? Out physical
Basketball.
them.
Yeah, basketball, CJ.
Oh, now you're basketball school?
No, I'm just saying they got to deal with us in basketball. Todd Golden does. So just
Thanks,
saying.
CJ.
Nah, yeah, man, you get but that's what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, guys. Like, don't let up. We need more CJs out there.
I think Florida's gonna be okay though. Like what was the over under 5?
Are they?
Yeah, they got Vandy this week. They'll win that one. 18.5 point favorite. They've got at South Carolina. What do you think happens there?
I think South Carolina beats them.
I think it'll be a dogfight
I think
or a
beat
Gator
I was supposed to go to
Gamecock
that.
fight. Huh?
I was supposed to go to that game.
Really? Why? That's random.
I know. No, my young fella I mentor will go to South Carolina.
Oh.
Oh, yeah, I saw his family there.
Yeah.
So you think at South Carolina's 50-50 game?
I think it's tough when you're playing on the road
All
in
right.
the SEC.
Georgia, rivalry game.
Florida?
Mhm.
Georgia. That ain't man. What?
All right, so now we're at 4 wins. Arkansas at home.
At Arkansas? Oh, Arkansas got to go. Y'all know me.
I know, but I don't know what to think about Arkansas anymore.
Sanders, this is his first game back. That was his first game back this past weekend. Give him, by that time, there'll be 2-3 games under his belt. Rocket Sanders and KJ Jefferson. That's a all right.
It's a combo.
KJ was not great this weekend.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. Sanders came back. They took the ball out of his hand. That's what I'm telling y'all about. It's going to happen about in Indy. I keep on alluding to it.
At LSU, I think will be ugly.
Oh, yeah.
Florida won't be able to score with them.
Have you ever seen a tiger dog walk a gator? Pay attention to that game.
A tiger dog walk a gator?
Yeah. I know it's
There's a lot of animals in that sentence.
Yeah.
Animal Kingdom.
I'm trying to tell y'all.
It's like the Everglades.
Hey, but that boy still pissed off about that tooth, and I won't get it back.
At Missouri.
Home games in the SEC.
I
We're going
I
to say
feel
a
like
lot
you
about
can't.
Missouri right now. We're gonna
You
say
can't say
this
anything
week.
until we
We're gonna
see
this
Missouri
week.
play
We're gonna
some
see this week.
different
You're
teams.
absolutely right, Babs. Absolutely.
Yeah, Missouri has LSU this week at home. So we'll learn a little bit more. They have been, man, they were playing
Schedule.
1-score games against
That's what I'm saying.
inferior opponents.
Scheduling matters.
And then they just, I mean,
Georgia last 3 games of the year,
boat
too.
walked Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Brady Cook, 11 touchdowns, no interceptions, completing 75% of his passes.
It's pretty good
Broke a record or something, right?
with the no interceptions.
Yeah, I think some similar to that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so
Might as well.
He was good
If
last
didn't,
year.
we
He
give it to
protected
him.
the football last year.
Mhm.
If he didn't, we'll give it to him. So who did you have? Arkansas beating Florida in the swamp or no?
Yes, I said that'll be like 3 or 4 games with
Okay.
Sanders having some
Okay.
games under his
So
belt.
that's 4 wins. They're not winning at LSU. At Missouri, you give it to Florida or Missouri?
My mind
It's another 50-50
would say,
game.
yeah, my
Tell me
mind would
no.
say, yeah, I was about to do that.
But
I
my
said no.
body.
Hey, y'all.
My body.
Tell me
You
no.
started
Yes.
this. You started this.
We have too much
Who's
fun.
the mind? Who's the body? Mizzou, Arkansas.
And that's good question, Babs. I don't know.
I'm sorry, Mizzou, Florida.
But yeah, but
Well, they're
mine
not
saying Florida.
Listen, they're not beating Florida State. So
No.
we've got them at
Give
4,
Mizzou
5,
the
maybe
win
6
there.
wins.
Give
right?
them the win, yeah.
Toss it up. Yeah.
If you give Missouri the win, then that's 4 wins on the season for Billy Napier.
And you know what that little seat is doing up under them?
Oh, it's already on fire.
It's sizzling.
Already.
No, but you said they got to keep him now.
No, they have to. It still don't mean they don't get hot. He can burn his butt when he leaving. You know that sting after you get
You saying
powder
they
on?
keep him because he won the Tennessee game?
Yes. You can't get rid of him now. No, you know.
Listen, coming from an Auburn person,
Yeah.
that is dangerous.
Yeah, you stuck with him.
Look
It's
at
their
Gus,
fault.
man. Gus beats
Yep.
Alabama.
Yep.
They give him
They stuck with it
huge
now.
deal and then have to get out of it.
Stuck with it, Babs. It can't run from it. Nope.
Although I would have kept Gus, but that's me.
I mean, just saying.
615
I'm happy with you, though.
737-1045. Let's go up to Bowling Green. Laura and Reese sitting up there in a car, I guess, in the yard.
Hi, guys.
Lauren Reese, what's happening?
Hey,
Hey.
when I sit in the car today, I still don't have a voice from the South Carolina
Oh,
game.
I was about
You
to say,
run
Lauren.
play, you missed an awesome game.
I know. I was there in
I
spirit.
was sitting up there. I still can't talk today.
I can hear it. I thought you was sick. I was like,
I know,
what's
me
going
too.
on, Laura?
I thought either sick
well,
or fried.
I do have a little cold. I do have a little cold going on, but I lost my voice at the game.
Oh, well.
Reese was a perfect gentleman. He called the game. He told me what was going on because I'll admit I don't know a lot about football,
I don't believe
but I
that.
like to watch it. I like to watch it.
I love
So
it.
he'll tell me everything that happened. It's a shame that Brew McCoy got hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sheesh. Hate
I
that.
almost cried. I will admit, I almost cried when they carted him off the field.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a touching moment. Yep. Mm-hmm.
But we got our, as we called it, our revenge game. We got our revenge on those South Carolina Gamecocks.
Mm-hmm. You better believe it. You better
We
believe
were
it.
excited. And Reese stayed up till 3 o'clock partying.
as a Vols fan should.
Yeah, that's
right.
not a shock.
Is
Hey,
Reese
Vols
is
fans
Reese
should.
with you? It's quiet.
Well, no, he's in the neighbor's house. We're at the neighbor's house. I'm outside. So I overtook this phone call today.
I
Good
like
job,
it.
Laura. You deserve it.
I like
But-
it.
But I think I deserve one phone call, even though I don't know what I'm talking about a lot of times.
Come on, Laura.
You rock
But
with us.
As he calls, I did say I wanted to touch on the Titans for a minute. You're going to hate me for this, but I'm not a big Titans fan. I will root for the Titans because they're so close to my hometown. But I'm not a Colts fan either.
Good.
So you
And-
can hate the
and as
Colts
he-
this week.
Yes, I hate the Colts. As he calls it, this is hate week for the Titans.
Yep.
He hates everything about Indianapolis. That's where he's from.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I love it.
I like the shrimp. I love the shrimp cocktail at St. Elmo's.
That's about it.
Yeah, I love it. No, I like Indy. Indy's got a like they have like little towns have like the town square. Indy has that,
Little
but
pockets.
with huge buildings.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I think it's cool. That's just
Well,
me.
I will tell you all, my NFL team is the Saints because of Alvin Kamara.
Like that.
I do love Alvin Kamara. But he has taken me to a Saints Colts game in the end of the month.
There you go.
Oh, there you go. You can hate the Colts then too.
Well,
I will hate the Colts.
here we go.
Hey, Babs, we miss you. You're no longer on the weekends.
What's up,
Big
Reese?
Slay, you there?
You know it, baby. What's up?
She tried to sneak a call in while I was in my neighbor's dog eating some garbage and potatoes. She tried to get me, but we came out to throw the empty beers away. I got her. So,
Wait, you had to come outside to throw the empties away?
yeah, well, Donald, he's civilized. He don't drink. He eats some stuff on the inside. He's not like us yahoos. So what happened was, remember that Florida nonsense? I lost $1,000, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, I didn't want to tell you all this the other day because I didn't want to jinx the weekend. But Western had a game, as y'all know, Thursday.
Uh-huh.
I won $500 on that game. Sorry for your son there, Mayor.
That's okay.
And then Saturday we went to the game, as I'm sure Laura's already told you, and it was pandemonium. What a good time. And that rattlesnake of a quarterback don't know what team to throw to. I was glad about that. And, of course, there was no Gamecocks left in the whole state, so nobody had to cheer for them. And then I won $1,000 on that game. And then I was so fired up, I'm like, I'm rolling. Then on the Titans game, I was like, we ain't beat Cincinnati in forever, but Burrow only got one leg. I was like, ain't no way they're going to beat us. I won another $1,000 on that. I bought me a keg of Shiner Bock, and I ain't stopped drinking since.
Yes, sir.
Shiner
Big play. I am so bummed, though. We
That
got
is
no
random.
game this week,
Yeah.
and we got to play
So
the
random.
A&M team a week later.
Yup.
But you know what? That's all I got for y'all. We love you, Big Slay. What do we do?
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good Rocky Top. Woo!
Rocky Top, Tennessee. All right, I'm rich and I'm drunk. I love y'all. Have a wonderful week. We'll call you Friday.
There he is. He's Reese.
See you
I'm
guys.
rich and I'm drunk.
He's got a keg of Shiner Bock. I've never actually heard that sentence before. We'll be right back. 3HL.
That's a hell of an intro.
You'll hear more from Colts coach Shane Steichen, I think, next on
I'm
104.5
racing,
The
I'm
Zone.
drunk.
MTSU has home football games tomorrow and next Tuesday at Floyd Stadium. We are going to be broadcasting live from the Grove at MTSU on the campus at Middle Tennessee State University, so we'd love to see you. And they've got ticket deals going on. You can go online right now, goblueraiders.com/tickets to find out more information. Again, October 4th and 10th home games. That's Wednesday, tomorrow, and next Tuesday. Get ready for Blue Nighted weekdays with MTSU football. Wednesday, October 4th, that's tomorrow against Jacksonville State. Rich Rod and his crew coming into Murfreesboro. And then next Tuesday against Louisiana Tech. 2 games for the price of 1. 3HL will be broadcasting live from the Grove for both games. So come by and see me, Don, and Slay as we get ready to kick off the Blue Raiders college football action. Blue Raiders are on a roll with back-to-back bowl win seasons and are gearing up for the 2023 exciting run through October. Don't miss out on the Blue Raider Beer Garden as well, featuring local breweries right there in the stadium. And they have an extended family fun zone as well. So they've got things to do for any of your interests. Get your tickets today. Be part of the action at goblueraiders.com/tickets. This is your chance to join the excitement and cheer on the Blue Raiders to victory. Hurry and secure your seat now before it's too late. goblueraiders.com/tickets. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Brent Doherty, Don Davenport, Slay.
Please. I thought it was Tupac Tuesday.
You're the one that quoted R. Kelly.
No, not you.
And not just quoted it, we all busted into song on it.
Y'all did. I sat out on that one.
I mean, this was a group effort.
Hunk just putting everybody in one boat together. Thank you, Joseph.
What kind of boat would it be if we were in a boat? Would T-Pain be there?
Oh, definitely down by the river. That's a van, ain't it?
Van down by the river. I love that. You hadn't seen it until I showed it to you. I love that so much. I loved watching that sketch by Chris Farley on Saturday Night Live with you for the first time.
That was good. That was pretty good. That was pretty good.
David Spade and Christina
You hadn't
Applegate.
heard that?
I showed it to him like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, it was
but Christina Applegate and David Spade were also in that sketch, and they couldn't quit laughing.
Mm-hmm. That's some of the best.
Chris
like
Farley,
that.
man, when he was fixing his belt.
Hey, man, I love that. Yeah, that's my guy. I was a fat guy in a little coat. I used to love doing that. Anywhere I went, like when we was on the road at UT going to road games, yeah, and I'd find somebody little coat in the coat check room or something. Don't ask me why I was in there. But I would always come out of the coat check room wearing
Where
that.
were you in a coat check room?
There's more questions we need to
Yeah, I
ask
know.
here.
Like-
You know when you check into hotels?
Or not.
No, I mean,
When you check into hotels,
Slay's got
why don't
all
you just
kinds
put it in
of-
your room?
no, people like to put their stuff down and like tell the concierge like hold our stuff till we get
Oh,
back.
I thought you meant like at a restaurant.
No, I'm talking about in hotels. So I would just go in there and be like, look, y'all look fat guy.
You stretch out somebody's coat.
Yeah, I just, like, get out of there, dog. You ain't supposed to be in there. I was like, well, it was fun for us.
You've got all kinds of Knoxville stories.
Oh, yeah, we had ball.
They had Tennessee Basketball Media Day today up in Knoxville.
I heard Coach Barnes, man. And
He wasn't
What
backing
did
off
you
of
think?
anything.
I'm
He's
go-
not backing off of anything.
He's not. I'm going up Saturday to check them out with my own eyes.
Are you?
I'm gonna see. Is it everything that I think it's gonna be? I just think it's gonna be interesting when it gets Zakai back. What they're gonna be.
When is he coming back? Do you know? Conference
They
schedule?
say he's ahead of schedule. So I would think it's 6 months. You usually clear. You know what I'm saying?
When did he go down?
He went
February?
down right before March Madness, right
Yeah.
before the tournament. So
What was it?
ACL.
I'm gonna check out Vandy also Thursday. Check them out before we crank up.
Man, you're doing your homework. Look
Hey
at you.
man, I'm out here, man. I'm out here in these streets.
Hey, Tom Hart better get ready.
Yeah, I'm on it. Ain't playing around. I'm gonna have me a big old poster like Babs would be having.
You should take one of those gigantic like poster heads and make one of her. And like just bring it up. Just bring it up during the broadcast at one point.
Got Babsy with me.
Don Davenport's here. Don, what do you think about this game?
No, it can be your alter ego. Like you can say what you really want to
Just
say.
put you in front of me.
when
Yeah.
you're
I don't give a damn about my reputation.
There you go.
No, you can just pull up Don Davenport's thing and be like, hey, Don, is there any chance that Vanderbilt wins this game?
There could be, yeah.
There you go. That's it right there. Could be. Yeah.
Oh, Shane
Yeah.
Steichen.
Y'all want to hear more from Steichen real quick?
I do because
Love
I
it.
want to hear about Anthony Richardson from him.
Okay, that would be cut number 2. Honk. Anthony Richardson
Please.
has impressed him by leading the Colts back and almost beating the Rams.
I thought he had great poise. You know, to be down 23, nothing for a young player to lead his team back and score 23 unanswered there. We didn't start getting going until middle of the third quarter. Just the resilience he
Yeah,
showed,
that's tough.
the poise he showed, deleted an almost great comeback was awesome to see from a young player. Really excited with his performance in the second half. It was awesome.
Well, here's one problem I have with that. Technically, it was not 23 unanswered because the Rams then scored.
Yep.
You could say 23 points in a row or 23 straight points. It was answered
Yep.
because they lost.
That's right.
That drives me crazy when people say that. 23 unanswered. That was answered. Should I be that upset about that?
No.
No, because it was 23 straight, so it was 23 unanswered.
It's not unanswered. The Rams answered it with 6 of their own to win the game. You play to win
I guess
the game.
that's fair.
Dawn. Yes, that is fair. Thank you. Sean Steichen talking about Jonathan Taylor. Is he good to go physically?
He's in good shape conditioning wise. Obviously, putting on the pads and practicing is a different deal. I know it's been a long time since he's played football. So we'll see, how practice goes this week, see where he's at physically from, putting the pads on, and we'll go from there.
We'll talk more about that in the 5 o'clock hour. He has been out a long time. I mean, you would think that you would need some ramp-up time. I don't know, but because I
think you do, yes.
All you need to do is just go out there and go full speed out of nothing and then pull a hamstring or some soft tissue injury.
And then you back to square one.
Back to square one. 615-737-1045. Scotty next up on 3HL. Scotty, what up?
Hey, I got to get on Slay a little bit.
Do it.
Talk to me, Scotty. Beam me up.
And I think your attorney this morning, he gave you the wrong exit.
He gave me the wrong exit. Why?
Yeah, because when you was doing your pillow talk like you just woke up, you hadn't put your feet on the floor yet.
In the world.
Are you talking about, were you on the morning show
Yeah, I
this
was on the
morning?
morning show this
Were you
morning.
asleep?
Oh, I listened to it this morning. He was talking with his phone on his pillow.
No, this is what y'all want me to have the energy. What y'all don't understand, man, is other people in the house, and I don't want to be hollering like I do in here.
They're not ready for your energy.
No, I'm
at
like, man, Chris
7 a.m.?
would have been like, hey, man, what are you going outside with that or something? So I might do that next time. I'm going to go outside.
Yeah.
Sit on the front porch.
Yeah,
Well, you
that's why I
usually come
show
in
up.
studio,
I
yeah.
usually show up. I was like, nah, not this morning.
What I really need out of you is take that number 5 cornerback and take him over to the basketball stadium and teach him how to be tough.
Haddon?
You talking about Kamal Haddon?
I reckon the one that put his shoulders against them 2 Florida runners. Touchdown.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's Aaron Beasley.
No, it was Kamal Haddon.
Oh, it was?
No,
Okay.
but guess what? He made up for that. He made up for that. That's why he did the pick 6 against Spencer Rattler, man. He's back on great terms. He's a cover corner, not a tackling corner.
What did Deion say? I don't get paid to tackle?
Yeah, cover the world.
Hey, thanks, Scotty.
Hey, wake up time 6 o'clock in the morning there, Slay.
I got you.
Well, it's
I
earlier
got
than
you.
that for some of us.
I need somebody to bring some hot cocoa then.
I saw these numbers from Vol for Life on Facebook. Coverage grades for Kamal Haddon, having himself a year according to Pro Football Focus. You ready for this?
Mm-hmm.
Coverage grade 86, 10th nationally, 3rd in the SEC. Targets 26, receptions allowed 10. Completion percentage when targeted 38.5%. Yards allowed, only 26 yards allowed by Kamal Haddon. Pass breakups 5, interceptions 2. He's having a year.
Yes.
It is a weird dynamic, though, that the fan base is going after him.
Why are they? It's weird. Although I think we talked about the alleged booing of him
Right.
when they announced the starting lineup. That I don't think that went with that. I think South Carolina came out during that time and fans were booing the Gamecocks.
Yeah, you mentioned that on the
Yeah.
show, and I was there, and I know that Tennessee was doing their starting lineup, but I also know that the 4 captains for South Carolina came out while Tennessee was doing that, and I didn't
Right.
notice which player was up there. But the crowd obviously booed them when they come on the field. When they came on
every
the field.
single
Right.
time.
Yeah.
I mean, as an SEC fan base should.
Yeah, should. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
But there is, I mean, the reason that people thought that they were booing him is because there is that
Yeah.
fan base
Yeah.
questioning of him.
Talking trash while you're up 30, while you're down 30 at South Carolina, missing the tackle, all that.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
Colts were a favorite when this point spread came out. It is now a pick 'em. Where does FPI have this game? Football Power Index. What % chance do the Titans have to win in Indianapolis? We'll tell you that and take more of your phone calls. 615-737-1045.
Turn the lights back on, but you can't if a bad storm comes through and knocks all the electricity out. You're sitting there in the house looking for candles. You're looking at your phone light. Then what about when your phone goes dead? Then you're just scrambling. But everybody else has lights because they got a home Generac standby generator from Cove Generators right there ready to click on. Don't miss a day. Don't miss a minute with your lights out, Babsy.
And don't miss this deal
That's right.
that Cove Generators has going on. A free new 10-year warranty with the purchase of a Generac home standby generator. Now through October 8th, $1,035 value. Can you imagine 10-year warranty on anything nowadays?
Right.
This is only going on through October 8th, though. Some terms and conditions may apply, so you do have to call Cove Generators for details. But they've got you covered.
They do.
931-559 3311, covegenerators.com at 931-559-3311, Slay.
Terms and conditions may apply. Call for details and stay connected through it all.
Good evening from the 104.5 The Zone Studios. I'm Joe Hunt. Colts today saying that Jonathan Taylor's going to be practicing tomorrow. We knew that part, but they also announced that he is going to be at least physically ready to play. They just don't know if he's going to be in football shape. They'll make that determination later on in the week, and there is a chance that he could be playing on Sunday against the Titans. The Colts also made a couple of moves earlier today as they have signed wide receiver Amari Rodgers to the 53-man roster. He was actually called up as well last week against the Rams, and they're calling him up once again to take on the Titans coming up on Sunday. For all your foundation repair and waterproofing needs, you need to visit USSTN.com. Breaking news at once on your home for the Vols, the flagship station for your Tennessee Titans, as well as home to 3HL. This is 104.5 The Zone.
HL 104.5 The Zone. What up? Brent Doherty with you on a beautiful day in the Music City. A big hello to the Chicago Bulls who are in town, doing part of their training camp over at Belmont.
That's right.
How
Yeah.
cool is that?
It's dope,
We need to
man.
get
Dope man.
They have an open
Coach
practice.
Donovan.
Yup.
Billy Donovan.
He needs to come hang with us for a little bit.
We do need to put a message in the bottle.
So now everybody does this, but back in the day, Rick Pitino was the head coach at Providence. And he had a point guard named Billy Donovan. He had an off guard named Delray Brooks. And I remember loving watching them play because every shot was taken in the lane or behind the line. And that was where that all started. And just to watch Billy Donovan's career after that has been pretty cool. But that was an awesome team back then.
Yeah, it was.
Kind of reminds me of like in football when Steve Spurrier was running around at Duke.
Yeah.
And same kind of thing. Brought that fun and gun thing
Yeah.
to Duke. Duke had a wide receiver named Clarkston Hines. The reason why I remember that so well is
I was gonna
because
say,
in 1988, Tennessee lost to Duke in Neyland Stadium. And Steve Spurrier was the coach. Clarkston Hines went nuts on them at wide receiver. I'm just full of random stuff. But yeah,
Yeah.
Billy Donovan would be great. Hey, Billy, come on the show. Coach D, let's go.
Let's hear some of the stories about the other Swamp Kings.
Back-to-back national champions.
Tough. Mm-hmm.
And what's funny about that is like the way they support basketball at Florida or lack thereof. They'll show up for like Tennessee and Florida.
Yeah.
But in that year after they won the national title and had the same team back, they ran it back literally, and they still had trouble drawing fans.
Football, man.
Football all the time down there.
It moves the needle.
But Billy Donovan was rolling down there, and now he's gone to the NBA, and he's been in the NBA for a long time now.
The staple.
that's just a different world as a coach.
Different world.
I mean, it is college football to NFL, but really even more so.
Yeah. I would think it's easier
Hoops.
now, though, doing that than it is managing what you got to manage in college.
With NIL.
Yeah, NIL,
Yeah.
transfer portal, all the rules and
Yep.
regulations. Who are you listening to? NCAA. Who's governing what? Up there, you just got to manage egos. You know what I mean? Try to keep them to buy in, keep your superstars happy, and win.
I've been told, too, a lot of it is like, especially with the better teams, there's not a tremendous amount of like game plan coaching going on during the regular season, but they trump it up come playoff time.
Mm-hmm.
Is that true?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
No question about it. Yep.
Now, the poorer the team, they've got to work harder to get in the playoffs and all those things. So that's a different deal.
They're planning.
Yep, 615-737-1045. You want in? Talking Titans Colts coming up this weekend. It is a pick'em, straight 50-50 game. So we'll see what happens. Colts gave up 164 on the ground last week, so you may see a similar game plan, King Henry feature with some play action. We'll see. The NFL, as you said earlier, Slay, is such a week-to-week thing.
Yeah.
That, sometimes you think you know what the game plan is going to be. Like, we were pretty spot on what the game plan would be against the Bengals, but maybe they do something completely different this week.
Right. I want talking about the coach though. I want them to bring Jonathan Taylor back, please. I love it. I think going into it last year, you got to see the chip on Derrick Henry's shoulders about him being the leading rusher and everything. Like, I still think he uses that as motivation to show, like, because the Colts were hanging their hat on that. Like,
Yeah.
Jonathan Taylor's the next guy, you know,
Right.
as the leading rusher. Like, Derrick Henry, I think he want that crown back. You know what I'm saying? So he would use that, and what better platform than use in a one-on-one game? Not one-on-one,
No
but
question about
one-on-one.
it. And for those that don't know, Shane Steichen was asked today, is there a chance Jonathan Taylor plays on Sunday against the Titans?
There could be, yeah.
So he also
Thanks,
said,
buddy.
he also said,
That was very Vrabel-like, by the way.
I know, we've played that cut today if you're just tuning in like 35 times. It's a random question. Like, is there a chance that we could stop at Chick-fil-A tonight going on?
There could be, yeah. Yeah.
I mean, don't know. So he also said that he's physically ready, which is hard for me to believe, man.
Yeah.
Good to go physically.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while.
Zach Taylor said Joe Burrow was good to go, too.
He was
Full
good to
participant.
go.
Well, he
Been in
was, but he
practice.
wasn't 100%.
Yeah.
He's good to go stand on a specific spot in the
Yeah,
pocket.
exactly.
Heck, he said yesterday that he's still fully capable of running the offense.
Now, I do think a different dynamic is brought when you start talking about that read option with Anthony Richardson and Taylor. Like, that's
Whew, it's a little different.
but it'll be different if this Titans team didn't know it. This defense is back from a year ago. Got some new pieces, but the core knows the Colts, and we got Danico.
That's right.
I mean, I don't till the end of time, till Danico hangs it up. Give me the Titans over the Colts all day long. He's shown it. Like he ain't
was
losing to the Colts, man.
He was pissed when they let him go. Like his first press conference with the Titans, I remember him saying, they could have brought me back and chose not to.
right.
Which, I mean,
right.
that tells you everything you need to know. Arden Key basically said the same thing about Jacksonville.
Yep.
615-737-1045. Don Davenport is in the house.
I'm in the building. Let's go.
You're
What
gonna
up?
get
Happy Tuesday to you.
you're gonna get 3-year-old baby Babs involved in soccer again.
Oh yeah, we stepped away from soccer for the fall.
Yeah.
Because Mama has 2 jobs in the fall.
The
and
main soccer
was
season
really hard.
for kids though is spring. So
Okay, well, but for toddlers, it's
I'm
like
just telling you, you're not missing
whatever.
anything by missing the fall.
we did dance instead
Okay.
this fall. So
I didn't see her dance the other night. Would she have danced if I would have asked her to?
I don't know. It's hit or miss, it really is hit or miss with her.
She did have a lot of energy going,
Yes, she
which I thought
did.
was interesting.
I mean, she
8 o'clock at
didn't
night.
stop. Yeah.
wasn't
So
re-
did
it
I,
wasn't ready
as
to
I
go
tried to
down.
put her to bed.
She wasn't ready to go down.
Yeah. So, okay, y'all tell me if I'm crazy because I kind of got some looks about this. But so I'm putting her back in soccer for the winter. Obviously, once football season is over, I have more time, so I can take her to dance and soccer. And so I put her in I moved her up. I put her in the 4 to 5 year
Wait.
age range.
Listen, I'm all for playing up. I am. 3-year-old playing up?
Yeah.
That's aggressive.
Okay,
Davenport.
but listen, her last class, she was like the tops in the class.
Yeah, let's let her be
And-
dominant.
No, I don't want her to be dominant. I need her to play with older kids so that she's better and she gets better quicker so that when she's older, she's already used to playing with older and she can hang.
But
She may not
No, there's
find,
no but.
She may not find it as fun, Babsy.
let her
No,
dominate.
I don't
Babsy.
agree with that.
No, you gotta let her dominate, Babsy.
No.
For a minute,
okay,
right?
Because
Yeah,
you had
for a minute.
kids. Listen, you had kids in her class like picking their nose and doing whatever,
Yeah.
going to play
Run
with the
circles around
net.
them.
Yeah.
I know, and
Get out my
Hadley
way,
was
nose
all
picker.
about like the ball and soccer. Put
like
it in the
that.
goal. Yay, goal!
Yeah,
Celebrate, run around.
Yeah.
I need her to get better, so she has to play with better. Am I psycho? God, this poor child. This can be her
little
whole life right here.
But I'm not saying nothing.
I mean, you probably could wait a few years to play up.
I
that's
mean,
what I
it's
think.
only.
I just don't want to burn her
It's
out
like
at
2
3.
years.
You know what I mean? Like,
It is
I wanted
only-
to
she's
just
almost
pure
like
dominance.
2 years up. I just put her in the class
with
where
5-year-olds.
she's 2 years older than
They're literally twice as old as her almost. Because those 4 and 5, you're going to have 6-year-olds out there.
Guaranteed. the way that birthdays fall and
Yep.
all that, yeah.
I'm sure I'll get a call from Toka here soon and be like, hey, her birthday doesn't really match this class.
Yeah, like, well, I don't think we.
I don't care. She's playing up.
I coach.
Dang it.
Would you coach? If they say, if you coach, you can do it.
Hell
Because
no.
a lot of times they do say that. Oh, we'll let you do whatever if you coach.
Nope, she's got very capable coaches there, Toka. Here's the problem,
just sign
too.
Travis up to coach. Don't even tell him.
You guys know. I've already done that. It didn't go well.
I figured.
You guys know I'm not exactly like soccer connoisseur here.
Did you see what a retired SF said in the chat?
No.
My dad did that Shiano when I was 7, made me play Pop Warner with 10, 11-year-olds. Guess what happened? I got murdered for 2 years.
And you know what? You're better for it, aren't you?
Yeah, football, you might want to stay within your own range. That might be a good idea.
And you're better for it.
You're better for it.
Baseball and basketball, you can do it. Soccer, I guess you can too, but
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just tough to burn a 3-year-old out. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I'm getting a call right now.
See?
from who?
Probably soccer.
They telling you it's enough.
FPI is Football Power Index done by ESPN. This game is 50-50. It is a pick'em, straight pick'em right now. What % chance does FPI? Go ahead and take that phone call. I want to hear what's going on over there.
PBI.
Can't do that.
What does FPI?
Football Power Index.
No, I know. What percent? I just explained that. What % chance do they give the Titans to win this 50-50 game? 55.6% chance the Titans win on the road.
That should be 6-4.
In a 50-50 game, I think that tells you something.
No, I'm telling them something. They listening to the wrong people.
It is a 50-50 game then.
Well, then bet the Titans if that's what you think. And
I've been bet them. I bet them on Sunday night.
Say
I'm not
that
telling
sentence
you.
again.
I'm just saying you in general.
Okay,
I've
yeah.
been bet them.
I knew what he meant.
Yeah, I've
I
been
mean, we
bet 'em.
knew what he meant. I just wanted to make sure
been
we all
bet 'em.
knew what he said.
I've been bet him.
I've been bet them.
Oh, that'd be a good T-shirt.
I'll
Too.
bet them again.
That'd be on the back of the shirt.
I've been bet them, and I'm gonna bet them again. That's right. Yeah.
Oh man, Aaron Rodgers had something to say about Travis Kelce. We'll tell you that next. 3HL 1045 The
Aaron.
Zone.
What's happening? Big Slay here, man. I got to give you all you're looking for when you're talking about healing yourself. Yes, your cells, your own body cells. That's what's going to heal you more so than anything else. Not your controversial stem cell use involving fetal research or donor cells. None of that stuff. This is your body, your cells, your solution. I did it myself. Holistic stem cell therapy. I dove in with KellumStemCellInstitute.com with Dr. Kellum, set up my free consultation, 615-850-4415. And when I say he held my hand and walked me through it, I mean answered every single question that I could think of. Not only because I was a former athlete who does this day in and day out with just your regular workers. Like you want to get out, you want to get back, you doing construction, your knees hurting. Like, I'm tired of this, man. Let me go holler at KellumStemCellInstitute.com, get all this information about me. Let your cells attack it. Get to it, man. 615-850-4415, KellumStemCellInstitute.com. Let your cells heal your body. What's up, man? Big Slay here. I got to bring you the parlay for you. You missed the early one, so with the playoffs started up with baseball, we might have to bring this to you a little bit earlier, but you can get in on the night games. Night games, I got the Phillies. Oh, first of all, go use the passcode, the code word, Slay. Use that. First bet bonus, $250. You're going to get that if you use the passcode Slay. Boom. All right, here we go. Back to it. Phillies, -1.5. Taking them. That's plus 150. Brewers and the Diamondbacks. I'm out there with the Brewers, man. I'm taking the Brewers money line. That's it. I wish you could, if you can jump in on it right now and put on -2.5 on the Minnesota Twins, you can get some money and get plus 100. It's probably a little higher than that, but it's the bottom of the fifth, I believe. You could get the plus 691. But if you don't, Phillies -1.5, Brewers money line. What you think about this, Yor?
I'll roll with you.
He'll roll with me. Book it.
It's just me against the world, baby. 3HL 1045 The Zone. Britt Doherty, Don Davenport, Ron Slay. I know we didn't do Slay's intro in the last segment. So Ron Slay is here.
I'm in the building.
And from Nashville, Tennessee, at 6'8"
Since the Bulls are in town.
and power
Since the Bulls
forward,
are in town,
Ron Slay. Y'all better buckle up, because this car ain't got no roof.
What's up, good people?
Titans Colts coming up this week.
Yeah, we don't like them.
It's officially Colts hate week.
Yeah, we don't like them.
We got over the analyzation of what happened last week and yesterday, so now it's on to the Colts.
Oh, yeah. Right away. They don't even playing around with it.
And for you, like the Vols don't play this weekend, so
Feet
I mean,
kicked up and join the Titans.
full
I double
attention.
bet on them. Yeah, I mean, I can. What I was going to lay on the Vols, I can just lay it on the Titans. Yeah.
You know, we were talking about that Texas A&M situation. They have such a big rivalry game, an intense game this week, and then go to Tennessee.
Yeah.
Would it be better from a Tennessee perspective if Texas A&M were to beat Alabama?
Where's that game at?
Texas A&M. The Texas A&M Alabama game's at Texas A&M.
I'm cool with it being physical. Like, I win or lose, I think both of them going to bring it.
So what's interesting is Jalen Milroe played better against Mississippi State, right? But how much of that was him playing better? How much of that was Mississippi State? And they're not all that great.
I think it's the same thing you take from what we thought about LSU walking out of there when they played Mississippi State. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you see the connections. It helped for Daniels and Neighbors to get on the same page, but it didn't help as far as
he was quicker.
sharpening.
So we've talked about him being a one-read guy. I did see a couple of clips where he did go through some progressions, which is development. But so we've talked about one read and then go. Like, just make the decision. If it's not there, run. And he did that against Mississippi State. He was definitive and decisive in his decision-making, I thought. The problem is what we talked about earlier. Texas A&M's defensive line might be the best in the country.
Yes.
Not just the SEC. And they had 7 sacks last week, A&M did. They had 15 tackles for a loss, which is back-to-back games. Think about that.
Tough.
They get up the field.
Yeah. No question about it.
And I mentioned earlier, there's a show on SEC Network, Roman Harper and Cole Kublik. And Cole played offensive line. Roman played defensive back. And they go through tape. And they go through clips. And the tape they showed and went through for Texas A&M's defensive line is ridiculous in terms of, like, these big 300-pound dudes, for example, identifying screen pass and immediately changing direction and getting out on a running back and pulling him down. I mean, that game's going to be so interesting to watch for me because I think you're going to learn a lot more about each of those two teams.
Think defensive battle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because Alabama's defense has gotten better too.
Yep.
So that's definitely an interesting game coming up.
How
Pat
about
McAfee.
the SEC as a whole?
Yeah, it's hard to figure out.
It's hard to figure out. Alabama's not the Alabama they normally are. Georgia's not the number one team in the country, Georgia, that they normally are.
But they still could go undefeated.
But they still could. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, who knows?
Even like Georgia's at such a place, even if
it's
they
kind of a fun year.
even if they regress, they still could win it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't think they're good enough to win the national title though.
You think conferences are looking from the outside like, yeah, we got them. We got them now.
Yeah.
There's vulnerability in the SEC this year.
You know what? With that vulnerability, though, I think at the end of the day, we are going to the SEC is going to finish with the most ranked teams.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't think.
What about the most college football playoff teams?
That's going to be tough because of, like, you got 2 undefeated teams in Kentucky and Missouri. I mean, well, of course, Georgia, but like in the East, like I never thought I would have bet. Even looking at the schedule, like, nah.
I do like how, like, I think this year is pretty wide, like more wide open than it ever has been. because, Georgia's going to be there because of their schedule and because they're a good football team.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not trying to pound on Georgia. They're just not as good as they were.
What we've seen.
And so, you can regress and still be the best. You know what I mean?
Look at that.
And if you could throw to Brock Bowers on every freaking play, then you can. And that's how they beat Auburn. Mm-hmm. I mean, they finally just said, screw it. We're going to throw it to Bowers every play. And that's how they won. But so Georgia's up there. Michigan just lost Cade McNamara for the season, their quarterback. Texas may be the best team in the country right now.
They playing.
Ohio State.
Red River rivalry this weekend.
So hard to say.
Red River rivalry. Yeah, it is hard to say. Against Oklahoma this week. Yeah, it's an early game, too, 11 a.m.
Yeah, you're going to be
weird.
Fried right over from the little fair, right in the
the little fair, the Texas State Fair.
It's just probably a small fair in a small state.
It's probably bigger than a little, but
fall over. Well, we got the biggest one, don't we?
That's what I heard. Yeah, Wilson County.
Yeah. So that little one.
That little fair.
Yeah, Tennessee killing y'all.
Ohio State. Then you got Florida State, who's good enough to win it.
Yes.
Yep.
Penn State. I don't know if you've seen Aller play the quarterback. He can play.
Man, shout out to James Franklin.
Yep.
Why?
Because I think the spread was 26.
What did he do?
Oh,
the man
I don't know if this is a shout
out. This is for me though. This is for the
against This is reverse Patrick Mahomes shout out.
This is for the best.
This is a jerk move.
Yeah, it's every bit of a jerk move. Every bit of a jerk move.
For people that didn't see it,
what did he do? I don't even know. I just know that.
So they are down.
I know they covered.
They're at the goal line.
They're at the goal line. He calls
like
the
game's
play.
over.
The game is over.
The spread was like 26.5, though, and they won by 27 or something.
The game's over. Take a knee.
So the quarterback snaps the ball, goes
to take a knee.
He fakes the knee, throws for a touchdown, and Penn State covers. I'm sitting there like, hey,
James Franklin clearly knew the number.
He knew the number.
And made sure that they covered.
He knew the number. Listen.
Hey, what's the saying? Good teams win, great teams cover.
You're absolutely right.
Hey, you want to make your fan base happy, bro. You know what I mean?
We'll make non-fan bases happy.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, every Penn State fan bet on that game.
Without question.
So if you have a chance to cover it, you're going to cover it.
But I think I would have just rather him.
If y'all don't think that's a thing,
no,
I mean, it is
question.
a thing.
I'd rather him line up and run the play, though. Nah, he faked it. He faked the knee, dog. Like the quarterback almost went, like it just got this close to touching the ground, and he rose up and passed. I'm like, no.
It was a jerk move.
No, he didn't do that. That was beautiful.
Hey, is there any way that they decide to do that in the huddle like in Rudy?
without James Franklin?
Yeah.
No. The players can't handle that backlash. You need your coach to get out in front of that. No.
No, that was all James Franklin.
Every bit of it.
I'm sure it was on bad beats.
Well, but it wasn't. It wasn't like the guy that caught the touchdown pass. It wasn't like his first game in the history of games, and he was a walk-on player that worked in the coal mines and all this stuff, and they wanted to get him a touchdown.
Yeah,
it wasn't that.
No, I don't even think they disguised it as that.
They didn't. They just rolled with it, baby.
Well, they're 5-0. Did y'all see the story last week that James Franklin?
Dude, that was so...
For road games, you know how everybody practices with all this noise and all this stuff? They took out all of the noise. They practiced quiet.
Yeah.
They practiced quiet because they were going to Northwestern and there wouldn't be any fans in the building. And then the next thing you know, it's 10-10.
That's a jerk move, too. James Franklin is a jerk.
You want me to text him right now and say, hey, Babs is going nuts on you? He'd call the show.
Man, John, we love him on.
No.
Okay.
That's just jerkish.
I covered.
Jerk.
They didn't have any noise at practice.
Hey, man.
But then it was 10-10.
Which is fine if you want to do it, but
battling.
then to talk about it and tell the broadcast team and tell everybody about it.
That was.
Y'all, I'm not sure that Washington doesn't end up in the college football playoff.
Nah, I'm riding with
Michael Penix Jr.
Man, yep. Michael, you talking about a team to cover? Betters, ride with him.
They're on the Autobahn.
Yeah, I don't care.
They're going fast, dude.
I don't care what their spread is. You better ride with them.
I don't think they do either.
No, they don't. They do not let up. No, man, golly, they good.
Here's the thing: they can't let up.
true in that conference. Huh? They got to make a statement every
when
opportunity they get.
you have no choice but to make a statement as much as you can when you're that team in that conference and looking to make a college football playoff.
Right, I get that.
Especially if people aren't seeing your games, then you better make sure if they're seeing scores that they're over the top.
Yeah.
What?
Washington and Oregon play October 14th. Next Saturday at 2:30.
Where are they playing?
Washington.
Oh.
Washington at Oregon?
No.
Oregon at Washington?
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix got to show something. This is your Heisman moment.
Oh, that's got to be game day, right?
Gotta be.
It has to be. Yeah.
So Washington's ranked 7th. Oregon's ranked 8th.
Who else plays? And
does it matter, though? I don't think it matters. That's a huge game. And game day hasn't been out west in a while.
Let me see who Oregon plays this
They're
week.
ranked
Well,
number...
I guess beside...
Because if Oregon loses this week, they ain't going to...
You can't count Colorado, right?
Oregon got to buy.
Washington ranked 7th. Oregon ranked 8th.
Yeah.
USC's 9th. There's your Pac-10 or Pac-2 or Pac whatever they are. I don't know. And then Notre Dame fills out the top 10.
Yeah, that's the game.
Tennessee actually fell a spot after dominating South Carolina in their Super Bowl.
In this, yeah.
615-737-1045. KC is in Nashville.
USC Notre Dame plays next week, too.
Ooh.
At Notre Dame.
That's 9 against 10. So 7 and 8 play and 9 and 10 play.
So game day might have to flip a coin on them.
Well,
And then-
where are you going to go? You're going to go 7 and 8. I would. Hey, KC in Nashville, you're up.
This is for Slay.
What up, KC? How you doing, man?
I'm a big UT fan, and I didn't think it was possible for me to dislike James Franklin anymore after he left Vanderbilt. I had a 17 parlay when they were playing West Virginia, and I had West Virginia covering the points, and that was the last game I needed. And when quarterback went down, I thought the game was over with. When James Franklin called a quarterback sneak with 9 seconds to go in the game, if anybody in their right mind does not think that coaches know what the spread of the game is, they need to pop that game in. He's a bad man.
Yes, he is, man. Golly, I can't agree with you more on that, man. Gosh. Like, I love it. If I'm betting with him, but
yeah, not if you're betting against him.
It is funny though. Thank you, Casey. Appreciate it. It is funny the reaction that James Franklin. He was such a divisive guy when he was here
because he was obnoxious. And I'm not saying that in a negative way.
Publicly, yes.
I think obnoxious comes off as negative, or maybe I should say it this way: he was extremely vocal. But you have
he was in your face.
He had to be.
He had to be. He was trying to sell Vanderbilt as Nashville's team, which is what you have to do.
Yes.
I don't know why you wouldn't do it more.
And like I tell this story all the time. Like we literally never booked him to be on the show. He would just call.
Mm-hmm.
And like I always thought that was really smart on his part.
Well, yeah, because then all of a sudden you're talking about Vanderbilt, and you normally wouldn't have.
That and like if you had the chance to get to know him and understood why he did the things that he did, then you have a very different opinion about him.
Yep.
But man, I mean, he went up to Penn State in a difficult situation, and a lot of people coming into this season, me included, thought he had his best team because he finally had a quarterback. And here they sit 5-0. They're 3-0 in Big Ten play. And let's see, what do they have? They're off this week. Then they play UMass. Then they play at Ohio State on the 21st.
Mm.
Then your boy Travis's Indiana group. At Maryland. Maryland's doing, if you haven't paid attention to Maryland, that's another good coaching job that's going on up there.
Loxley.
Mike Loxley.
He's a good dude.
So Penn State has, after UMass, 3 of their next 4 games after UMass are at Ohio State, Indiana, then at Maryland, and then Michigan. We'll learn everything we need to know.
Yeah.
About the state pen right there. 615-737-1045 at 3HL1045. John is in Franklin. John, what's up?
What's up, Mr. Slade?
What up,
This is
John?
your and Florida games. I didn't get a chance to call last weekend. I apologize for that. Babs, I do greatly apologize. for getting on the bandwagon, and maybe we started too early after the embarrassment we had. So my bad on that. But come Alabama, come Georgia, and we'll get a little hyped up for that team over on West End. But that's how we roll. And it's Slate, we VFLs. And so, like I said, this past week was good. I like the little snake got his 6 interceptions this year instead of 6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I didn't see him counting those out for the national public to see. And, I'm sorry, that was our Super Bowl, so I guess our season's over with.
Yeah. Or he didn't count them sacks either.
No, we didn't go that. We didn't go that direction either.
Yeah. 6 more sacks, 8 tackles for a loss against South Carolina.
So
Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Remember when I was saying, like, being in the building, you could tell that Spencer Rattler was confused by the Tennessee defense.
Mm-hmm.
His head coach today said that.
Did he?
Shane Beamer said that there were a few plays where he checked out of the play because he thought Tennessee was bringing pressure and they didn't.
Wow.
And so he threw short of the sticks on several third down plays and didn't convert.
That's a difference, boy.
I thought it was interesting that his head coach said that publicly, but
you
could tell in the building that he was confused.
No question.
He never pushed the ball down the field, ever.
No.
And there were times where he had time to throw.
And that's when he had opportunities last year. He was missing Juice Wells. I'll give him that. Like, that's a difference maker. But ain't no excuses. You run out there, let's get it done. We never heard from TC versus Charlotte. TC, Florida Gators fan, never heard from you. You made me lose money. You told me to go with Florida Gators
minus
33.
28.
Yeah,
33.
It
was 28. He said 33.
Yeah, he said 33. So TC still haven't heard from him. Just looking for you. Hey, is it one thing that
TC from Magnum PI?
I don't know. He probably was. Probably hiding out like Magnum PI. One thing that didn't get addressed though, and I'm like, I ain't heard nobody really call in about this. Ole Miss throwing the trash on the field in that LSU game. Like,
that's right.
Let's talk about that when we come back.
Okay.
Because that's a topic that kept giving for a while from Ole Miss fans toward Tennessee fans.
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
And here we sit with a bunch of trash on the field.
Hello, Kettle.
We'll be right back.
Still like out wings. You better go get you some because it's Tuesday. You can go get them any day of the week, doing and just love the delicious flavor that they're going to bring to you because they don't miss. I'm telling you right now, the home of sweet and sassy never misses. And you make sure you don't miss any Tuesday because 69-cent wings are on deck. You got to hurry up and get in there. 3961 Nolensville Pike, Plaza Mariachi, 123 Ewing Drive. Also, the other location, man, the flavor is bursting. I'm telling you, as soon as you walk through the door, you're going to get hit with that, that great aroma. I'm going to tell you right now, I go in there, I always tell them, let me get the Ron Slay, man. And they already know it because it's on the menu. That's sweet and sassy with the lemon pepper drills, Cajun ranch fries, cheese melted on top, a little Kool-Aid to wash it down if you want to. You can get the Kool-Aid Rita also. But make sure you try the lemon pepper Cajun also. That's good. Macaroni and cheese on deck. 69-cent wings and still like out wings.
Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, that's where you need to go to get that next new vehicle, whether you're looking for a new car, truck, SUV, or Jeep, maybe a pre-owned car, truck, SUV, or Jeep. Whatever you're looking for, these guys are going to be able to help you. Daniel Gupton and his crew have helped me tons of times with new vehicles, and certainly appreciate that. We've gone new, we've gone pre-owned, and they've always been there. Their service department is impeccable as well, and they stay on top of things when you need your oil change, when you need your tires rotated, all of that stuff. Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram, they are located at 3450 Tom Austin Highway in beautiful Springfield, Tennessee, about 30 minutes from downtown Nashville. Just take 24 west toward Clarksville, exit 35 is about 9 miles outside the city. Take that and then a straight shot into the best vehicle buying experience you will have ever had. Check them out online. All of the dealership information is there, GuptonMotors.com. All of the inventory is there as well, GuptonMotors.com. Check them out. Daniel Gupton and his crew ready to help you out. Be sure to tell them Brent sent you. That's Gupton Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram. 3HL 104.5 The Zone. Mac Talk coming up at 6 o'clock.
We just had a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
We just had some Mac Talk.
We're talking about Stephen Tulloch, who played linebacker here. He played at NC State. And
Tully was a bad mamma jamma.
He was.
And he was tiny.
Coach Mack will
tiny as in short.
Yeah, 5 foot nothing. He was muscled out, though. Muscled out.
He's my muscle.
Oh, that's a good way to describe him.
He was muscled out. So Coach Mack will talk a little bit more. He was at the game this weekend and went up to the booth and saw Coach Mack, who was the linebackers coach at that point, with Fishbone. But I told him, I said, Mickey and I went to training camp that first year that he was here. And we were looking for somebody to talk with. And we're like, we hadn't talked to Tulloch before, so let's do that. So we interviewed Tulloch, came outside. Both, like Mickey and I looked at each other and we're like, that dude's going to be a player, man.
Yeah.
Because you could tell immediately, you only need one conversation with some people, man. He was so smart and he was so competitive. Mm-hmm. And he looked you in the eye and told you exactly what and who he was.
Yeah.
And
smart guy, too.
Man, he just he wrecked things.
You know who I felt like that about when we talked to him?
Ole Miss fans?
Oh, no, but Roger McCreary.
Oh, Roger McCreary,
yes,
same thing.
Same thing.
I felt the same thing with him,
Yep.
yeah. But, yeah, them Ole Miss fans, boy, they sure know how to point the finger, don't they?
Ole Miss, Tennessee, you and I were both at that game. That was the first game where Tennessee did the orange and white lights and the LED lighting and all. They turned the lights out in Neyland Stadium, all that stuff.
Rocking.
It was rocking. It was a great game, back and forth. Joe Milton ended up with the last play of the game running out of bounds with no time on the clock, but inside the 10-yard line.
You forgot about that, didn't you?
That was one of the biggest brain farts. I'm like, dude,
Ever.
what are you doing? You didn't even throw it. Throw an interception. Do anything.
So when he did that, I thought there has to be a flag. Like I immediately started looking for a flag. Like he only did that because there was a flag, right?
Right.
But no. But anyway, so Ole Miss won, but Tennessee fans famously threw, and so my son Connor and I were sitting in the student section at Tennessee, and I mean, bottles were flying over the top of our head. Like you literally had to turn your back to the field so you could see things coming in at you. Yeah. Like seriously.
Yeah.
And so now they don't sell things with caps on them, and so they've taken action. But Ole Miss fans got all over, and it wasn't just Ole Miss fans. It was fans that don't like Tennessee got all over Tennessee for that.
Yep.
All over them. Mm-hmm. So in the Ole Miss LSU game, there was a controversial call on an LSU touchdown that didn't go Ole Miss's way, and what happened?
Oh, they let it rain onto the field. They had to stop the game. Stop the game and tell them, hey, man, you got to stop doing this in order to keep the game going, like, and clear the field. Ole Miss was the same ones that said, nah, nobody acts like that. Why would you do that? Like, you got to have more class. Well, Mr. Kettle, Pod is reaching out to you. You've answered.
615-737-1045. Mac Talk coming up at 6 o'clock. That was funny. You texted us immediately when I didn't even know it had happened yet. I was at Neyland Stadium.
Yeah.
But everybody in our section was paying attention to that Ole Miss LSU game.
It was
because it kept going back and forth and all that. Let's go to Gary in Nashville. Gary, what's up?
How's it going, lady and gentlemen?
What up, Gary?
I was at the game Saturday night. It was a lot of fun, but there was something that came up afterwards. I don't know if you guys have touched on this or not, but there is a picture going around of some South Carolina fan that was sitting in the high-dollar seats on the west floor side, and he's getting escorted out of the stadium or at his seat, and he has handcuffs on, and his pants are around his ankles.
Was that at that game? I thought that was at the Florida game.
He just had a good time.
That was in Knoxville.
Well, and that was in Knoxville, and there is because you could see the scoreboard and the balls signed behind him.
Oh, okay.
That actually happened. That wasn't doctored up, but somebody posted on Facebook today at a Sports Illustrated cover on it that had that picture, and it had Tennessee beats the pants off South Carolina, and down in the bottom said something about their Super Bowl championship celebration later this year. It was really funny.
Wow.
Go out on Facebook, you'll see it.
Oh,
but,
my goodness.
I've never heard what the exact incident was, but that is, from what I understand, a true photo.
Yeah, people just run around with their pants down. What is going on out here on these streets?
It was a party.
Well, and the security, you could see, like in some of the subsequent shots, the security guard was trying to pull them up for him.
Wow.
Thank you, Gary.
Appreciate that, man.
Hey, sometimes your belt just doesn't quite work how it should.
Very true.
Yeah.
Very true. Well, next time get a bigger belt, smaller belt. Maybe.
So Aaron Rodgers was on the Pat McAfee show, which he always is, and he has a nickname for Travis Kelce. Is this true?
Oh yeah.
I didn't have a crazy game, and Mr. Pfizer, we kind of shut him down a little bit. He didn't have his like crazy impact game. Obviously, he had some yards and stuff, but I felt like for the most part, we played really tough on defense, especially the last 3 quarters. And
Mr. Pfizer.
How funny is it that he just rolled that and just kept going like
Just
nothing
kept
happened?
And you can see AJ Hawk and McAfee are just like dying laughing at him too and he just rolls through it. By the way, he said that because if you haven't seen them yet, Travis Kelce is doing Pfizer vaccination commercials.
Yeah, I saw that. Mm-hmm. Well,
so yeah, him and Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
they're both on the same page there.
Hey, that is.
Her security's
Match made in
deep.
heaven.
Shouldn't you have police officers? She's got Wolverine and Deadpool as her security.
There's all kinds of random A people in there around her. Hugh Jackman.
Ryan, hot guy. What's his name?
Ryan Reynolds.
Yes, thank you.
Ryan Hot Guy.
Yeah, he's hot.
I mean, that could be Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds. Like, I don't know.
There's a lot of hot Ryans out there.
One of them couldn't play cornerback.
Matt Ryan.
Daniel.
Ryan Tannehill.
Ryan Tannehill. There you go. All right, Mac Talk coming up. We appreciate y'all. Hey, we're at MTSU tomorrow in the Grove. Come see us. Go to the football game, man. It'll be fun for you to take the family out there.
Come shotgun with us.
Come see us.
Lord, have mercy. Good night. God bless. Thanks, y'all.
See ya.
No 3HL after party. Still brought to you by Waking 180.
Wouldn't want to be